following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the crazy soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Wrong.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, Timmy.
Oh, hello, man. How we doing?
Oh, fantastic. You want to know why?
Yes, I do.
Because today we're debuting a brand new segment. He's been working on it all day. We actually gave him some work to do today, and he's pissed off about it.
He's been doing it for the last 3 hours.
I know. He's taking it really seriously. Today at 4:30, the debut of Too Hot with Teddy.
Too hot. Ooh, now, what is too hot
Too
with
Hot
Teddy?
is Teddy has curated some sound for us. It could be a audio clip from a show here on The Fan.
Or just something from sports.
Something from television, something from a podcast, something totally irrelevant, has nothing to do with sports. We don't know what audio it is. Teddy plays it, and we respond. It's as simple as that. And he's taking it very seriously.
We shall see. I am going to guess, and I have no idea what it is because he's been editing with his headphones on. I'm going to guess that maybe, I don't know if he has multiple clips, if it's just one or if he got
multiple,
2 or 3.
He's not that lazy. Come on.
Golf might have something to do with it this week.
Too hot.
Because I'm in golf mode. I know he's in golf mode. Been watching on the stream and on ESPN today. The second major championship of the season, the PGA Championship, is underway at Quail Hollow in Charlotte,
You're in
North
golf
Carolina.
mode? I had no idea.
Yeah.
See, the first day of a major tournament, Timmy comes in here dressed like he's playing in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Which is what you're looking to. And tomorrow, you will look like an absolute filthy bum.
Yes.
You'll be back.
Yep, I'll be back.
I don't know anybody on this leaderboard right now. We got David Garrard, we got Aaron Donald, Rick Fox, Stuart Smalley, and Jaromir Jagr. Who are these people?
It's Jared Smalley. It's Sam Gerard from The Fugitive.
No, seriously, who are you know who these people are?
The leaderboard is filled with some names that I am not as familiar with. I will not deny.
Teddy, what about you?
Luke Donald was a former world number 1. I know he played college golf at Northwestern, and he's going to be the
Ryder
captain,
Cup
right?
team. Yeah, for Team Europe. Yes, he is.
But do you think Luke Donald's even won?
No, he
8
has
times on the PGA Tour.
Well, he's almost semi-retired, kind of, at least now.
Yeah.
He doesn't play as much. I don't know if that's just because he's getting ready for the Ryder Cup or if he's just.
He's not ancient though. What do you think?
No.
He's like 40. He's 47 years old.
Yeah.
So he could still get around a course.
Younger than Teddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you mentioned who else was up there? JJ Spawn. I do know him.
Yeah, but
he's had a decent year.
JT Poston,
grandson of Warren Spahn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
The same.
How's
Wait.
Cooch?
I don't think he got the
Matt
invite.
Kuchar update.
Cooch! No Coochie?
No,
Cooch.
no Cooch.
You know, they're in Charlotte. It's swampy here today.
Yeah.
In Charlotte, super swampy Cooch. Super swampy.
Could you imagine going down there as a fan?
Just end it right
hanging
there. Can you
out?
imagine going down there?
90 degrees, swampy, sweaty, hot, sticky, humid. They had so much rain early part of the week going into this. They did not even allow fans out on the golf course on Monday. You know, like a typical practice round where you can buy tickets, go out there and enjoy. I don't know what the refund policy is for the PGA. We know with Augusta, if you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday passes and it gets washed out, you're done.
You're out of luck,
You can't
right?
come back Tuesday. They might give you some preference to win the lottery the following year. I hope they do. Maybe give you a higher percentage chance. I don't know how that worked with the PGA or, say, the U.S. Open if you get a practice round washed away, if you're allowed to come back the next day.
The NFL schedules are officially out. Did you stay up late last night and watch every single team's cutesy video?
Not one.
I
Not
saw
one.
that the Colts had to shelve theirs because apparently
Right.
they made fun of Tyreek Hill, which...
Because he was a dolphin and a Coast Guard boat rolled up to him and went boop, boop.
I guess so.
That
I
was
don't
too
know.
much?
Tyreek Hill said he liked it. Quite frankly, I don't care. Why should we care if he likes
Right,
it?
what's the... it didn't seem like it was excessive. I know they had another little
I would
animation.
have taken another step further.
Of course,
have a little Minecraft thing of him beating a woman right there. There you go.
Wasn't there an incident with his child?
He's
like
had
back in
many incidents
when he was leaving Oklahoma State.
All right,
but
schedules are out. We're going to do the typical sports
we will.
radio thing. Okay, we don't normally conform to norms, but today,
McDonald's.
ready? Browns.
Let me get the thing. I didn't know we were doing this
don't
right at the
get the thing.
start.
I have the thing.
All right, let me know.
Let's go.
Let them know.
Week 1, Sunday, September 7th, home against the Bengals.
Oh my gosh, why would I expect Cincinnati to be good? Give me the Bengals though. Just give me
you
Cincy.
have to take the Bengals. Even though Zach Taylor has shown that he can't win early season games, it doesn't matter. They're significantly better. They should win on the road. Week 2, Sunday, September 14th, at the Ravens. Loss. Week 3, September 21st, at home against Green Bay. Loss. 28th of September, on the road at Detroit. Loss. October 5th, Vikings. That game is London, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it's 9:30 a.m.
I'll say dub there.
Dub.
Yeah, I'll give him a
J.J.
win.
McCarthy.
I'll give him a win. 1-4.
Loss. At Pittsburgh when they get back. Sunday, October 12th. Loss. How many wins did we give him? None. I gave him none. You gave him one.
I got one.
Home against Miami.
I'll give it a W.
Loss.
I don't like Miami.
At New England. Man, I hate New England.
Loss.
I'll give him a win. There's my one win. Bye week then. November 9th. Home against the Jets.
On the road at the Jets.
On the road against the Jets.
Loss.
Home against Baltimore. Loss. At Vegas.
Loss.
I'll
go loss at Vegas as well.
Home against San Francisco.
Loss.
Home against Tennessee.
Win. I'll give him a win. Okay.
At the Bears. Come on, man. You're not beating the Bears. No one's beating the Bears.
Loss.
Home against the Bills. Loss.
Yeah.
Home against the Steelers. Loss.
I'll give him a win at home against Pittsburgh.
Split? You know what? I'll split them too.
Yeah, I'll give him a win.
And then at the Bengals.
Loss.
I have them winning
So I got 1, 2.
3 games. I thought I
4.
was pretty generous with the 3.
I got him winning 4. I got him winning that Minnesota game in London. It's going to be a rough year for the Cleveland Browns.
You disagree with our selections. Now, you can disagree game for game, I guess, but the overall picture, I have the Brownies winning 3 games. Timmy has 4.
Yeah, I'd probably lean towards the 4. Maybe they get 5, but I wouldn't go any higher than that. Yeah.
Bengal time?
You got him beating Drake May and the Patriots, huh? Going on the road to beat the mighty second-year Drake May.
I don't like the Patriots at all.
I like him better than the Browns.
Vrabel,
and they have at least some semblance of a quarterback.
Where was Vrabel last year? Browns.
I remember him.
Oh, you don't.
Cincy?
Bengal?
Cincy schedule? All right. We are
at the Browns. Win. We already did that one.
At the Browns, yep.
Home against the Jags.
Win.
At Minnesota.
Loss.
All right. At Denver. Monday night.
Win.
Loss. Home against Detroit.
Win.
Loss. At Green Bay.
Loss.
Home against Steelers. Win. Home against Jets. Win.
We're going to streak right here.
Home against the Bears. Win. Bye week at Pittsburgh. Win. I'm having sweeping the Steelers. Home against the Patriots. Win.
I got him beating the Steelers too. Beating the Pats. We're on a 5-game heater here.
At Baltimore. Loss. At Buffalo. Loss. Home against Baltimore. Win. At Miami. Win. Home against the Cardinals. Win. Home against the Browns. Win.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
What do we got?
13-4. Woo.
13. I thought we had them losing a lot of games early in the season.
13-4, baby. I had them losing at Minnesota and then rallying and beating Denver on the road Monday night for a big win. I mean, they're on the road 3 of the first 4. So if I have them 3-1, this would actually be the excuse to have a bad start, except for you still have to beat Cleveland on the road. 2-2 at worst is what you got to be coming out of that stretch. Hopefully they grab one of those road games at Minnesota or at Denver.
If you have an embarrassingly bad start again under Zach Taylor.
It's unacceptable. He's got to be gone.
I actually think you should bring in Mike Zimmer juggling his eyeball and have him, old man, kick his ass right out of the building.
Get Zim? But it just can't happen again. If they were to go something like 1-3 and lose all of those road games before October, then you're just done. And you'll just be playing the same game because you're going to hit this point in late October into November where you'll be able to get hot and you'll be able to get hot late, but you just have to stop doing it. It can't be anymore.
Timmy, I saw something today. Good news. All our problems have been solved. All of them.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to tell you about them coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by Erie Insurance. There is an accident on Jefferson Avenue northbound at East 15th Avenue. Watch for police on scene and traffic a little slow. Also on I-70 at the downtown split westbound between I-71 and the west split. Traffic is heavy and slow in that area. Celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always, Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Buy 5, Save 5 deals are back this week at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match hundreds of items, like select varieties of Post and Kellogg's large size cereal, Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, Meijer essential paper towels, and 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Don't let life get in the way of what's most important. Visit shelterinsurance.com to learn more. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HR-V, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A pop-up shower or storm becomes possible this afternoon and evening. Temperatures in the 80s. Then as we head toward tonight, we have to be ready for severe weather. Strong to severe weather likely from after 10 o'clock into the early part of Friday morning. 10 TV weather impact alert day in place, so make sure you're staying weather aware. We'll do it again Friday evening with another round of strong storms possible. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
You know, Timmy, I sat down last night. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to watch on the TV. So I got myself my frosted mug out of the freezer, poured an ice cold Coors Light, which I know you love to do.
I do love them. Mountains were blue, I'm sure.
Oh, something was blue. So I watched the little bit of the Crew last night. They got a draw on the road where Nancy is resting everybody for Hell is Real this weekend. Fine. I watched the Reds celebration to Pete Rose last night, Teddy. And then my crappy team came in there and won again. Now, Reds did win today, 7-1. God bless them.
Got one.
7 runs today, Teddy. They're done for a good week now.
Yeah.
So I watched a little of that.
No more runs. No more runs for Cincy.
And then I watched an absolute diarrhea fest in Toronto. Did you watch any of that hockey game last night? Where the Panthers go in there and go up 6-0. They wind up winning 6-1. And the Toronto fans are so upset they're throwing Austin Matthews jerseys on the ice.
It's quite a scene, right? 6-1 for the Panthers. I checked into that one, but it was already such a blowout. I just left. It was like the Homer Simpson, not Homer, the grandpa thing where he walks in the bar, throws his hat up, and just turns around and walks out because it was already done.
Took my Coors Light and I saluted the TV.
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking any Molson. I'm drinking American beer.
You always
ice cold Coors Light.
You cheer for Bob, and Bob was brilliant in that game.
I like everything about that team. I really do. They're talented. They're tough. I just hate their fans and the fact that they're located in Southeast Florida. Other than that, I love them.
Now they get to go home and try to clean that up and take care of that series.
21 means 21. Please drink responsibly. All right, all our problems, Timmy, are going to be taken care of by one of our elected leaders. Not one of my elected leaders. I don't live in his district, but State Representative Tex Fisher from District 59, just south of Youngstown.
Good old Tex.
He is, I don't know, but his name is Tex, and he's doing crap like this. So he's a big, giant hillbilly. Proposed legislation to get rid of Big Noon Kickoff. Well, not entirely. He says Ohio State, any team from Ohio, I'm sorry. So this applies to like Bowling Green, too, if they have a top 10 matchup. A state university in Ohio from competing in a game before 3:30 p.m. Eastern time if both teams are ranked in the top 10 of the AP poll. However, there is a provision for an earlier kickoff if it is, quote, part of a college football tradition.
Oh, okay.
End quote, which, of course, he's referring to Ohio State and Michigan. Why you want to look, if that's a top 10 matchup, let's go. Put that at night.
No, little provision.
No provision. I'm told that night is best all the time. Right? Nicole Sheeran was in here yesterday and said, Tennessee game was so much fun. Well, that was a late season cold game. Let's put Ohio State and Michigan at night, too. What the hell?
Oh, you're blowing this out of proportion. And this is not the answer either. Like
of course it's not the answer.
We can't go.
This stupid idiot.
We can't go back to television contracts that were agreed upon. Everybody had their chances to speak up and make a stink about it back then. They didn't do that. This is the situation that they're in. You would just hope that Ohio State can get its television partners to just operate a little bit more in good faith. It's not that we're not going to do a large majority of your big noon kickoffs. It's just when you got a matchup starting the season against a team like Texas, maybe that one cannot be at noon. There's going to be a lot more noon kickoffs throughout the way. We know that, and you have to be agreeable to that because you
I'm going to start my own legislation. First of all, I can get elected. Who's
Common
Tex?
man.
I'm gonna move to his district. I'm gonna move to southern Youngstown, and I'm gonna kick out Tex.
Tex is gone.
And I'm gonna have my own legislation and waste everybody's time. I guess everybody in that district is just wiping their ass with gold-plated Charmin. They don't need anything. So he's working on this.
So who's going to fine?
Oh, and by the way, if Fox breaks it, it's $10 million.
$10 million.
You find $10 million. How did you find that number, Tex? I don't know. Just pulled it out of my ass.
Does Tex fine him? Who gets paid? Just the government? The Ohio government?
I don't know who actually gets the $10 million, but maybe Fox just has to light it on fire.
Fox.
That's the fine.
And then you tell Fox that they've got to pay $10 million, and they sit there in their offices and say, okay, where do I direct the check?
My legislation is that every game's a big noon kickoff. Every game's at noon.
Stop it.
Every game.
Every college football game?
Every Ohio State game.
Why not all the games?
And you know what? Here's what I'm going to say.
Country.
No, here's what I'm saying. Ohio State, onty game at noon. Nobody else can start until 3:30.
Nobody else
Ohio
plays
State
at noon.
owns the early window. Nobody else plays.
So you have the football. Ohio State at noon.
You got everybody.
No one else plays.
Captive audience, right? They're all watching you.
Oh, it's a big number.
Every single week, of course, it's a big number.
Can you imagine that number if the Buckeyes were the only team ever playing at noon?
Oh, hold on. Tyvis Powell's calling. He's saying the way to make every game look like a night game is to build a dome and turn the lights off.
Yeah. Do that thing with where you score a touchdown and it's at night and you got to shut the lights on and off over and over and over again, like the Baltimore Ravens do. Then every stadium's copying that little gimmick. Yeah, I want night games, though.
I know you do.
I want
everybody does.
Come on.
Everybody does.
Like, you don't like the intensity every once in a while when you have a big-time matchup? Nobody's saying...
You get it every once in a while.
That's all. Did you, though, last year? You got the Tennessee game. What am I missing? What else did you get at night? Oregon was on the road.
Okay. There's your night.
What a home game in the regular season.
Yes, I'm told football game's not important unless the sun is down and we can just hear sandstorm all the time.
Yes.
Look, there's drones. Oh, I love football.
Yeah.
I forgot that I loved it because it's noon. But now that the sun is down,
fired up. I had more time to get ready for it. I had more time to get the drinkies going.
That's what this is about.
If it's not this, then it's Enter Sandman.
Let's just be clear about all of that. It's not about the atmosphere. It's about your ability to consume more booze.
Exactly. The mountains are blue, baby. Let's get
Kevin McGuff says
open.
Yes.
No. Not allowed at the tailgates anymore.
Look, all kidding aside. You want to have a conversation. I've always said Ohio State should put their pressure on. They have the greatest amount of pressure to put on in this conference. So Ross Bjork, you get on the phone, you talk to Rupert Murdoch's third cousin, whoever's running things over there, and you say, hey, we're your biggest entity. The same way you throw your big balls around when it comes to not playing on Friday night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're your big entity, okay?
They will not do Friday night games. Like there's certain things that you're just not going to do, and they're probably going to there's going to be a point in time where the television partners are going to make them do that or put a lot of pressure on them. Please take one. Maybe that becomes some of the deal there, where if you take a Friday game, then we'll throw a couple more primetime games your way, or we won't lock you in to a couple more big noon kickoffs.
Hey, look, I'm told by people who run the government there's always a deal to be made. So, Buckeye fans, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with one of your night games being a Friday night game?
I would settle for that once every 4 years, maybe.
Now, we can't do once every 4 years. You go once a year. Once a year, night game Friday night. Oh, that's not good for high school football. Well, which one is it? Which one's more important to you? Tell me.
More important is staying on actual college football's traditional day, but...
We're like the Rose Bowl. We want it all.
Yeah.
As long as it fits... we want that with 7:30 or 8 or
what's good for us.
What's a good time?
We're the Buckeyes.
You like 8 o'clock or 7:30?
We make the Big Ten go round and round. This is the place that gets them paid up the way that they're paid up.
I understand.
So let's get
that.
to make a couple of decisions.
You know what
along
else
the way.
you can do? You can actually hold the people who negotiated these contracts accountable. You can do that. I have the same conversation about the NFL players that bitch and moan about the franchise tag. Oh, it's not fair. La, la, la. Next CBA comes up. Oh, it's in there. But we can smoke a little bit more weed. That's important to you. Look, if this was important to you, the atmosphere was so important to you, then during negotiations, this should have been settled. You can't put us at the same time. And look, for a couple years, it was the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like we were on night all the time on ABC, and it was fatiguing. Everything was at night. We would roll our eyes like, we got Toledo at night? What the hell?
Here's the thing. Here's what would fix some of this. You can play your fair share of noon kickoffs if you would just amp up the rest of the schedule. That's really what it is, because you don't need to have a grambling type of game on the schedule anymore. You don't need to have...
Well, that's a different conversation. I agree with you 100%.
More of those Ohio MAC schools on the schedule. If you just went right into Big Ten play, or if it was good on good, uniform scheduling, maybe you got 1 or 2 games
now you're
that are against the SEC.
Because I've
then
said...
you can play at noon, and if it's a great big game, more often than not, you know you're going to go through that cycle. You'll have all big games, so it wouldn't matter to me if 80% of them were at noon.
This conference is so big, and I believe that we're only going to see more change in college football.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to have any non-conference games. Every single game can be a Big Ten game.
They could be. I would prefer to have a small partnership with another conference just so you can break up that monotony.
Let's make it law. Should we call Tex? Maybe he can introduce it.
Yes. This should be a human law.
It should be illegal to schedule Grambling State.
Illegal.
Yes. And someone's getting fined $10 million.
No, that's not even enough. $100 million.
I get the money. I get the fine.
Yeah, can I get like $1 million of that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Big giant turd is what you are.
Sucks.
Big. How you doing over there,
rude.
Ted? You know, your favorite football team, Teddy, has quite the challenge. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. We do have an accident on the north side. It's I-71 northbound at Polaris Parkway. It's on the left berm, so you're a little slow heading by. Watch for stop-and-go traffic. US 33 eastbound approaching Bixby Road. Traffic is stop-and-go from Hamilton Road. You're also slow on Jefferson Avenue northbound at East 15th Avenue because of an accident. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law, 866-323-7529. 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellandCordell.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Stuart McGinn, a 12-year patrol veteran of the Columbus Police Department who's seen the toll that high-stress work takes on first responders. Inspired by CPD's Therapy Dog Unit, Stu found a way to give back by training his rescue dog, Albie, to become a certified therapy dog. Together, they volunteer at Ohio Health, offering comfort to frontline healthcare workers, one tail wag and smile at a time.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasOH.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I got a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
Got a new segment today. It is called Too Hot with Teddy.
What time we doing that?
4:30.
Too hot.
1 hour from now.
4:30. Cannot wait. Common Man, I got to ask you about something. Do you have this issue in your neighborhood? Do you have a lot of salespeople riding those little Segways through your neighborhood with their pads and their nice golf shirts?
Last night.
Last night for me, too.
Someone came to the door. I ignored them completely. I was actually sitting in the chair by the door, drinking a little splash of Redbreast Irish whiskey.
You like Redbreast.
Because Samantha had pissed me off and I was mulling her punishment.
So you had to turn to alcohol.
Well, I was just, I needed to sit.
That is how it goes.
And think about it.
Yeah.
And I saw a little Segway guy come up and he rang the doorbell and I just completely ignored him. He could see me sitting there. I just completely ignored him.
We had this happen to us last night during dinner, and we have a little bay window on our front stoop, and you're looking, when you walk up our little brick path, you're almost looking straight through the bay window, and our dining room table is just right there with a little chandelier over it, and the three of us were in the middle of dinner, and it was 6:45-ish, something like that. Birds are chirping, people playing outside, and then this guy just does it twice, too. He does the doorbell and a hard knock on our storm door, so it just rattles like crazy, and then he walks over and takes a look through the glass, and I look that way. We lock eyes real quick, and I look right back down at my food. He goes and knocks again.
You should have shooed him away.
Go on.
Right, just wave your hand.
Go on.
Not interested,
Be
Segway
gone.
boy.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. But
You're shooing a stray dog
I
away.
would rather be Leo DiCaprio in Basketball Diaries, pleasuring people for money in a bathroom stall than do that job.
Come on.
I'd rather be a prostitute than do that job.
What'd Leo make? $35, I think? The dirty
you know what?
metro station
That has
stall.
more dignity in my mind than knocking on somebody's door and interrupting their family dinner.
I
For
feel,
what? What was he selling?
I don't know. I didn't answer. How would I know what he was selling? It was probably, I don't know, garage door openers. Maybe trying to get you into the next best lawn care service. So the best though, this was the second time this has happened to me in less than a week. The last time was even worse. It was pitch black. I'm not kidding. This was 9:30-ish. Obscenely
Somebody
late.
rang the doorbell at 9:30?
No, didn't get to the doorbell. I'm going out to just take the garbage out. Quick little, you after clean up and everything, night's kind of winding down in the house, taking some trash out. Simple as that. On my way back in, and I see someone's walking up the sidewalk. I think maybe that's just a neighbor taking one last walk with the dog. People use their little flashlights. That's fine. But then it just was, it felt odd. I didn't really recognize the person.
Was he stumbling around?
I hear.
Was it Kevin McGuff?
No. No. I know why you would think that. It was not. So he emerges, and it was almost like when you're out hiking and passerbys kind of give you that hello in the distance just to kind of let you know they're there. I hear this voice just like, hey, man, and I immediately, sensors are firing saying, oh, no, just get out of here. Don't come around here. He starts walking up my driveway with his flashlight. He's got his shirt on and his iPad. And I found out the trick. I finally realized what you got to do.
Take out your golf club and
start
run down the street like
start
Elon?
chasing at him. Yeah, like Elon over Tiger. So he started to go into his pitch. And he was like, hey, sir, like, how you doing tonight? And I kind of went like, just take it out the trash. And I started to turn away. And he says, well, sir. And then I just kind of jumped in and said, I gotta get back in there. Bedtime. He said, well, I really wanted to tell you about this. Hey, have a good one. I just kept jumping in.
So you never let him finish.
Don't let him get to the pitch. Just don't answer the question. Step right in. He can't do anything. It becomes awkward, and then they leave.
What if we took it to the next level?
Like what?
Where, they come to the door. Because obviously not everybody gets ambushed in the driveway like you. But they come to the door.
Right, yeah.
Hello, sir. Morning. Even though it's not.
You've opened the door.
You've opened the door. You say good morning. If it's the evening,
morning,
you say
at night.
Good morning. Oh, hey,
Throw
sir.
them off a little bit.
How you doing today? Sunny out.
Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, it's dark, sir. Do you have a second? Could I just have 1 second of your time, please?
Got to get to it.
Oh, yeah, I understand that, but
Gotta
this
get
is...
to it.
Oh, for sure, sir. I totally understand.
4 cylinders.
Oh, what
fuel efficient?
I really just want to. I've got a great opportunity, sir.
Some are doing the hybrid. You plug it in and then you could fill it up. Well, you get better mileage that way.
I was taking a look at your beautiful home and I realized your windows
milk
might be
chocolate or dark chocolate. Which one do you prefer?
Got to get back there. I got rot. It's everywhere.
Oh, that's what you say. Got to get back up there.
Got to get to it.
Roof tiles.
Oh,
are you selling roof tiles? No?
Oh, we just have a good one. Hey, I'll see you next time.
People, once they realize that you're crazy, will leave you alone.
Exactly.
I would not be here today. My father tells this story. The way that his father taught him to drive was stick shift back then. This little crappy car that my grandfather had.
He didn't hit him with a ruler in the car?
No. So
he'd make mistakes?
So they get in the car. My grandfather says, watch me. That's it. So he drives.
Watch this, son.
To one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago.
There we go.
Okay?
Roll him up.
He drives to one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago. Says nothing. Just says, watch me. And he's like watching him shift and using the clutch and all this other stuff. My grandfather gets out of the car and says, see you at home.
Hey,
he hops on a bus.
He just gets out
and leaves. So my father is there with this car that he doesn't really know how to drive. He just watched my grandfather visually do things, but he doesn't know what's going on.
Hey, you want to get home?
So he's grinding these gears.
Oh, yeah.
Car stalls.
Oh, boy.
So he's in this neighborhood now with this car that's not working. And he sees some people eyeing him from across the street.
Oh, boy.
Group of people. He says, I don't know what to do. I can't run. I got the car here.
Grandfather's a great teacher.
Right?
Yeah.
I got the car here. I can't run. They're either going to take the car or destroy the car or something. They're going to beat the hell out of me. So he is proactive. He walks across the street and approaches them and starts talking complete nonsense. Kind of like that, probably.
Oh, hey.
Hey, roof tiles, huh?
Hey, guys.
I got to tell you.
Hey.
Salad.
Fireballs.
Salad, huh?
Yeah.
How about that ambrosia salad with there's mayonnaise in it?
Hey.
Is it mayonnaise or sour cream? I don't know. It's white. It's creamy.
Let's go to Boston.
You ever have any of that? Beans in Boston. He said they became so freaked out by him that they left him alone.
Give me a hand, guys. Come on.
The only way he survived was being crazy. I'm saying if sales Segway guy comes to your house,
just
be crazy.
Just be a little nuts. Hey, sir, how are you doing tonight? Well,
government.
Joe Biden. Whoa. Hey, a little wheel board. Segway, I'm not talking about another topic now. Oh, bedtime.
Oh, it's always his bedtime. It's his bedtime 5 minutes after he woke up.
Whoa! Get back to it now. Have a good one.
Every time you say whoa, I'm picturing also him saying, "You give love a bad name." Or live it out
to the heart.
Actually, live it out of prayer. Whoa!
The best.
Live it on a prayer.
The best part with this little transaction with the salesperson was when it was done after I had given him 4 or 5 weird responses that loudly screamed, "Get off my property. Get off my plane." And he says, "So is there a good time to come back next week?" And I just said, I'm right over here.
God,
just
trying to get ahead. God,
I'm just pointing.
Call me at the office.
I'm pointing back at my door, not even responding. I shrug. I just, yeah. Next week, it's just a long time.
Second Tuesday next week.
Back there.
See you then. Hey, Teddy, want to talk about the Cowboys?
At a time.
Well, how about we come back? We talk about the Cowboys.
Sure, why not?
We do that? Thank you. Oh, and one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Saved Baseball. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by Cordell and Cordell. We've got some slowdowns already this afternoon. An accident on the north side. I-71 northbound before 5th Avenue blocks the left lane. Also on I-71 northbound at Polaris Parkway, there's an accident here on the left berm. Then you're stop and go because of a crash on US 33 eastbound before Bixby Road. Watch for delays starting at Refugee Road. Cordell and Cordell, Divorce and Family Law, 866-323-7529. 866-323-7529. Cordell and Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellandCordell.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey friends, can you smell it in the air? Summer is here and nothing hits harder on a hot day than that first sip of a Big Gulp. And right now at Speedway, you can get any size Big Gulp for only 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. They've even got a limited time Mountain Dew Pitch Black if you're mysterious like that, and I know you love mysteries. So swing by Speedway, tap into your Speedy Rewards, and cool down with the Ultimate Summer Classic. Again, just 89 cents. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy, for about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, which brand of air conditioner is the most energy efficient?
It's the one that's had its outside coils cleaned correctly.
Well, I can wash those off with a garden hose, right?
No.
Why not?
Humidity mixes with dust and pollen to create a microthin film of sticky paste that gets baked onto those hot outside coils.
And that baked-on stuff keeps my coils from releasing their heat into the atmosphere.
Which means your system has to run longer, which uses a lot more energy and it shortens the life of your air conditioner.
Get Eco.
ECO.
How do I get that baked-on stuff off?
Remove the exterior shroud, then spray the coils from the inside out with a special eco-friendly solvent.
Can I rinse the solvent off with a garden hose?
Yeah, but only from the inside out.
Or I could just pay Eco to do it.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco doesn't take shortcuts. We do it the right way every time.
Get Eco professional coil cleaning for just $468.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
This promo is for anyone who likes baseball or America or Terry Francona's scooter. The Reds are on the Fan. Catch all 162 games here on the Fan and 1460 ESPN Columbus and the Fan's HD2. Your home for Reds baseball, the Fan.
Beds are us when dreams don't get in. Beds are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Beds are us when dreams don't get in. Beds are us.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and like most actors, I have a list of things that I like to have on set. It's called a rider. It's just little things like wind chimes being blown by a easterly breeze, a 7-year-old calico cat to purr on my lap, and of course 2 freshly cracked eggs scrambled with crispy hash brown sausage crumble and creamy chipotle sauce from Tim Hortons. It smells amazing. Now where did I put that hand-carved wooden spoon? From my rider to Tim's menu, try my new scrambled eggs loaded breakfast box.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
The #1 pizza expert and the #4 college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 7:30 on T-Bone and Tyvis. It's a segment called Ask Tyvis Anything. Yes, you can ask him anything. I recommend that you make him as uncomfortable as possible. Ask him who he believes the most attractive man is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. He'll love that. Ask him what his favorite type of pizza is and why. And then ask him why.
Why don't we just ask him? Why don't we just call in?
Maybe we could. We'll take our call.
7:30 tomorrow morning.
Let's do that.
Bishop and Friends, Tim May will be on at 10:30. Rothman and Ice tomorrow, 2:30, Chin Music with Jensen Lewis.
Your guy.
And on this show tomorrow, well, little thing called You'll See.
Oh, it's a big Friday show.
Hey, the Dallas Cowboys, Teddy, you're a big fan of the Cowboys, aren't you? When was the last time they won a Super Bowl?
That was January of 96.
That's been a while. Stained. The Cowboys are the first team in history with 4 Thursday games in a single season. So get used to, Herbie and Al Michaels because they're going to be your friends this season.
Except for the first one.
Oh, that's right.
Because that'll be on NBC.
Because they're opening on NBC.
Yeah.
Right. They're also going to have 4 consecutive games against teams with 14 or more wins the year prior, weeks 12 through 15.
Yikes. It's tougher than that, too, because they've got 6 consecutive games against teams with 11 or more wins the year prior, because you tack on the Chargers and the Commanders to that run, because they'll have the Eagles, 14-win team, Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs, 15-win team, the Lions, 15-win team, Vikings, 14-win team, Chargers, Commanders from weeks 12 to 17. Man,
that's a rough
I can't wait.
stretch.
I can't wait to watch you guys, especially that last one against the Commanders, providing Washington wins, because that will suck if they don't.
Hope they get off to a good start.
How are you feeling about Dallas? Do you find this is going to be another typical Cowboy type of season?
Troy Aikman says Super Bowl, baby.
I don't know about that.
But I said it.
I think he just wants to make the playoffs.
I could see them going like 11-6, but then when you hear that stretch of games, then you're thinking, well, maybe it's 10-7.
Their schedule's really tough.
It is.
Well, like a team like the Vikings, they won a lot of games last year, but they're not a 14-win team this season.
Yeah, and then you throw the Chargers in there with whatever they had, 12 wins.
Well, you got Jim Harbaugh there.
You can get them, yeah.
No, you can't get them.
And Washington will split with Washington probably.
Washington's done. That was a one-year aberration.
Oh, please, don't say that to
They're
me.
done.
Come on.
Chiefs are overrated,
You're probably right.
Chiefs are done, too.
Yeah.
Look what happened to them in the Super Bowl.
Dallas,
garbage.
Don't you guys have Trey Lance? We're going to see him tonight.
I think Trey's gone now.
He's
Trey's
gone.
out?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Who's the backup?
Cooper Rush.
No, Cooper's gone too.
Joe Milton. That's right. They
traded him, with New England to pick up him. Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz for Joe Milton.
There
if
is.
Things go wrong with Dak Prescott.
Well, Dak usually stays healthy, so we should be okay.
Right. Always healthy.
Yes.
Always there for you. Just like a warm blanket. Nothing can go wrong when you got Dak Prescott on your side.
When I ask you for your list of the greatest American rock bands of all time, what comes to your mind?
Eagles.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. That's
Aerosmith.
Fair.
That's a good one, Teddy.
Van Halen.
All right.
Gosh, why is that so hard? So many of the bands you think of that are classic rock bands are mainly British to me, but Steve Miller Band? I can't put them on. I can't put them on the level of the Eagles, though.
Bon Jovi.
Oh
yeah. Oh, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not the right answer. None of this is the right answer.
Haven't hit it, huh?
Well, Pearl Jam. So I'm reading an article today. How Eddie Vedder single-handedly saved baseball history in the city of Pittsburgh. He's a Cubs fan, right? But one of his favorite players to watch was Roberto Clemente. And they have the Clemente Museum in Pittsburgh. Well, during COVID, obviously they had to shut their doors. And it's not like they just had money out the wazoo. This is mostly on donations. And they were going to have to, they thought, close up the museum for good.
Okay.
Because no one was coming and no one was really donating, and that wasn't top of mind to keep the Clemente Museum open. But their executive director, whose name is Dwayne Reeder, said that if it wasn't for Eddie Vedder and his fundraising efforts, which raised over $120,000,
wow,
they would have had to close the doors. So just think about that.
So Eddie and Pearl Jam and their love of Roberto Clemente.
They donated money on their own, but they also set up fundraisers and told their fans to donate money.
Yeah, and I'm sure because of their popularity, you see somebody like Eddie Vedder kicking some in, then you might be more apt to get up and make a donation, especially if you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, someone in the community. Remember how J.J. Watt got things started for the Hurricane Relief Fund? Do you think if somebody like that with that kind of platform, with that kind of reach, didn't step up, it would have been nearly the same? No. I mean, it was unbelievable how much money he was able to generate. I mean, now it wasn't all his donations. He made a big donation, and it just got everybody moving. So that was really cool. That's cool that Eddie Vedder has done this. I didn't know he was a big baseball guy. I mean, I would have assumed he was a baseball guy. I would have assumed
the Marlins song.
No, that's Scott Stapp.
Oh, that was Stapp. Okay. I thought Eddie. I was thinking Eddie did that.
Oh, shut up. Come on.
Ted, now you've besmirched two of my favorites by confusing them for one another.
Great American rock band, though.
Huh?
Eddie didn't do a baseball song?
I don't think Eddie's got any.
Well, Eddie's a Cubs fan.
Yeah, he's a big Cubs fan.
I like him despite that.
He's probably done Take Me Out to the Ball Game at Wrigley.
See, Eddie came out of Seattle with the rest of the Grunge acts, but he's from Chicago.
Yeah. I could have understood if he had a connection to Seattle baseball because of his time there.
I'm sure he likes Seattle baseball, but if he had to choose between the two, he's a Cubs fan. And I still like him because of that. That's all right. The Cubs can have him. I got the Pope.
That's much bigger, yeah.
I'd love to hear the Pope belt out Even Flow.
Yeah.
Hey, turn your phone off, Rimmer. Take your pill.
I got alarms over here. I got things going on.
Show. What is that? Just that it's break time?
No, that it was
it's traffic time?
Make sure I update the weather.
You can't remember that?
It is break time, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Timmy is jealous of something. He'll tell you what it is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. We're still slow on the north side because of a crash on I-71 northbound before 5th Avenue. The left lane is blocked. Your stop and go from East Broad. Also on US 33 eastbound before Bixby Road, there's a crash. Here your stop and go from Refugee Road. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law, 866-323-7529, 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellandCordell.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Check out this fresh deal on General Mills Giant Size Cereal. Select 20 to 29 ounce varieties or 3 for only $10 when you buy 3 with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
We are hiring. If you are a garage door pro or even just the handy person who can fix anything, we're hiring at Deluxe Door Systems. We're a 30-year garage door staple here in Columbus, willing to pay big to get great people. Apply at deluxedoorsystems.com.
Sun, splashes, and nonstop fun await at Zoombezi Bay.
Get your 2025 season pass for unlimited thrills,
including our all-new conservation tower. Buy now at ZoombeziBay.com.
Forever starts with the perfect diamond. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from The Diamond Cellar, and for over 78 years, our family has helped generations of couples celebrate love with brilliance, quality, and unbeatable prices. At Diamond Cellar, bigger diamonds and better prices are our promise to you. Whether you're popping the question or upgrading your sparkle, trust the experts. Because diamonds, they're our forte. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes who are going above and beyond in their communities. Newman Roofing wants to recognize the volunteers, educators, first responders, and everyday difference makers who are making a meaningful impact in their towns to be recognized on 10 TV and The Fan. Stay tuned as we begin announcing the selected honorees who truly embody the spirit of Newman Roofing's commitment to community.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know firsthand what it's like to battle through joint pain. After years of the hard hits and the wear and tear on the field, I thought pain, it was just going to be something I had to live with. Let me tell you, that's no longer the case thanks to QC Kinetics. For over 8 years, QC Kinetics has been leading the charge nationwide in non-surgical joint pain relief, helping over 50,000 patients get back to doing what they love, pain-free. Whether it's your knees, back, hips, shoulders, you pick it. If joint pain's been slowing you down, you need to hear about what Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team in Columbus are doing. They're using cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologic treatments with powerful healing properties to repair and restore damaged joint tissue. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Just real results, the kind kind of treatment I wish I had access to during my playing days, and now you do. Imagine this summer playing around a golf, chasing the kids, and just enjoying a walk without the pain. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-28-4544. They now have offices in Grove City and Canal Winchester.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keel's first round leaderboard of the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow in North Carolina. Really devoid of big names. Ryan Gerard is the leader at 5 under par. He's one stroke ahead of a big group that includes the likes of Cam Davis, Steven Yeager, Alex Smalley, Ryan Fox, and Luke Donald. Xander Schauffele and Colin Morikawa, both multiple-time major winners, have become recent commitments to participate in this year's Memorial Tournament at the end of this month at Muirfield Village in Dublin. Baseball today, Cincinnati Reds 7-1 winners over the Chicago White Sox. That snaps a 3-game losing streak for the Reds. Off day for the Guardians, who are in Cincy tomorrow. Columbus Clippers at home with Omaha tonight. NBA playoffs, Oklahoma City at Denver. Thunder lead the Nuggets 3-2 on the ice tonight. In the NHL, it's Carolina at Washington, and also Dallas at Winnipeg. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Our favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Tomorrow night, actually, I'll say the day, too, because the podcast listeners get pissed. Friday night, a.k.a. tomorrow night, new live basement show.
Oh, there we go.
Me in the basement with you, 8 o'clock on YouTube. Please do join us. It's brought to you by our friends at the Lion's Den.
When you said you, do you mean Timmy? You and Timmy will be in the basement together?
No, just me.
Oh, okay.
Just me in the basement.
I think you meant you, Ted.
Would you like to come in the basement, Ted?
You.
And I got a thing.
You got a thing with a guy?
Yeah.
All right.
He's got a thing with a guy.
Yeah. So join me in the basement tomorrow night. I'd love your feedback on the first week's worth of shows.
Oh, absolutely. Don't hold back.
Oh, they won't.
No.
Don't worry.
No,
I'll be pouring myself a little beverage, and I'm enjoying the opportunity to talk to you. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, YouTube, Common Man's Basement, presented by the Lion's Den. What was I going to say? I had something to say to you. Here's a question. I got a question.
Yeah. Ask
and
away.
I want Teddy to answer this question, too. Because I was watching something last night. She popped up, and I was thinking, who is, in your opinion, the hottest person that you personally cannot stand? Like, you hate their personality, and don't say your wife like last time, Teddy, because it got you in trouble. All right? Who is the hottest celebrity, but when they talk and their personality, or maybe you think they're bad at what they do, just turns you off.
Right,
but physically, they do it for you.
I know, like, for women might go with a Tom Cruise type of pick for how good he's looked forever, but his stance on things.
Just a wacky guy.
Wacky dude.
Wacky.
Just want to say, shut up. Stop being like yourself.
I'll give you mine because I was watching the TV last night.
Fly jets.
And I was watching a little thing about Ronda Rousey. Yeah. And I find her so obnoxious. However, there's something about her, man. I just want her to throw me around and put me in an arm bar. Matter of fact, put something else in the bar. Go ahead and squeeze it.
She will squeeze the life out of you.
Go ahead.
She'd give you a headlock. You wouldn't even be awake to enjoy anything.
Even that constant pout that she's got on her face.
She does. Why
does it for me.
That does it for you. That permanent frown. The permanent frown face is hot for you.
And when she does smile, then it's a beautiful smile.
Hey,
it's
Mike,
almost like you live in a place with a lot of rainy days. You know, and then when the sun does shine, you realize how much you appreciate it. She pouts, she frowns so much that when she does smile, lights up the whole room. Then she opens her mouth and talks, and I just want to run away. But physically, I'll tell you what.
She would throw you around.
And I want someone to throw me around.
Teddy, do you remember the Fast and Furious movie? Didn't she have a cameo? I cannot remember what number it was because there's so many numbers.
She was in the
movies.
Expendables.
Yeah, Expendables. She was in that. Yeah.
But I think I think this was her first appearance, though, right, as an actress. And I just thought she was so bad.
Yeah, she was.
I don't care if she's bad.
They had to write the lamest role for her. She was just running security at some fancy party, and she had one or two lines to what's the one actress's name? Rodriguez, who plays Letty in the Fast and Furious. Michelle Rodriguez. I just went out of that theater thinking, my God, she sucks. Don't let her do this again. How can she even do wrestling not being able to entertain that well? But that's a good one. That's a good one.
She's a mother. She's raising kids, and
I'm trying to think of women on screen and in TV shows that I really hate their personalities that much. Maybe Megan Fox.
Yeah,
I haven't.
She's a brat. Remember her on the plane?
A lot about her, but I feel like she's.
No,
what did she do on the plane?
Didn't she single-handedly delay an entire plane because she wouldn't turn her cell phone off or stop talking?
Oh, yeah.
And she made a whole thing about I'm Megan Fox.
There you
Don't
go.
You know I am Transformers, bitch?
There you go. That's all you need to see. But then I see her in this movie where she's playing a sex robot, and it's all over.
Teddy, who's your pick? And why is it Gerard Depardieu?
Someone in chat mentioned Blake Lively. I want to know what your wife thought about
My wife hates Blake Lively.
There you go.
And you know what? If she hates her, I hate her too. However, I do find her attractive.
Yep, she is.
And I'll tell you what my wife said last. I swear to God, every night it's like a Blake Lively thing where she's talking about how Taylor Swift, I guess, was subpoenaed in this lawsuit that Blake Lively's involved in. My wife is obsessed with this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni or whatever his name is crap, and she hates Blake Lively.
I respect how much
she
your wife
hates her.
And
last night,
I love it.
Here's what she said.
I love a good celebrity grudge.
This woman's too much of a bitch for having that type of nose. She's got a new nose, but Kristen's referring to her old nose.
Yes. Yeah. I got one, though. I got a different one.
Better than Megan Fox?
I got a different one. She's not hotter than Megan Fox, but the disdain that Sarah and I both have for her just recently since the trip to outer space, Katy Perry. I still find Katy Perry incredibly hot, but my God, is she pretentious.
She didn't do it for me.
All the other women on that flight. And she's doing this new tour. There's been clips all over Instagram of some of the choreography. She's barely even trying. She's wearing some spacesuit, and she's got a fake lightsaber. It's like one of those two-sided lightsabers like Darth Maul has in the first episode, but she's just half-assing the whole thing, and she'll get to a part on the stage where she'll just wiggle around. She'll just stick her ace up in the air and shake it like that.
I don't see a problem.
But the outfit's fantastic. She looks fantastic, but my God, when she starts talking, I just think that we went to space so that life can be better on Earth. Would you just shut up? You're rich and you wanted to take a ride. That's all there is to it. Go to hell.
So angry.
Now let's do it.
Kick Orlando out. She's still with Orlando Bloom and his
I don't care.
Big dog.
I don't care.
His bloomin' onion.
Oh, it's
dip that in some horseradish sauce. Hey, I'm a fan.
Appetizer Thursday.
All right, you told me earlier
Extra
you were
crispy.
You were jealous. You were jealous of something. I'm jealous of someone who can do a good radio show, but you said you were jealous of something. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm jealous of that as well. But I'm watching the PGA Championship this week, right? I was talking with Teddy about this too. I think this comes up every time we get to this major championship because they tinker the schedule. You know that the PGA Championship used to be in August. And this one ended the run of majors.
Right.
And I would also say most golf fans would have the PGA Championship ranked 4th in the hopper for give me your ranking of which majors you prefer. You've asked me before, and I've even had the hot take that the U.S. Open is the highest on my list. If you ask me if I could win one major and none others, people would say the Masters. That's great. But winning the country's national championship at Pebble Beach.
What about
Open's great.
In the
St.
mist,
Andrews, yeah.
Right? 50 degrees.
The Queen in the mist.
Windy.
Yeah.
And the Queen comes out of the bushes.
There's no sweaty Saki when you're playing at the Open.
That's the English equivalent of Field of Dreams, is that the Queen comes out of the hedgerows. Hey, hello.
Those are my hedges.
Bring me Terrence Mann.
Would you like some tatties and mince, Queen?
I love my tatties.
It's a terrific
Put your
Scottish
head
dish.
between my tatties.
Yes. What about some cluty dumplings, Queen?
Be careful.
It's a real thing. Look it up. That's a dish.
How do you spell that word?
CLOOTIE.
I thought maybe there was an I.
It's
maybe
a real
in there.
dish in Scotland. So I would love to get back in making this a forefront of discussions in golf, that Muirfield Village Golf Club really does need to host a major championship.
I thought Jack was opposed to this.
Jack does seem like he's opposed, and we'll talk with him again when the tournament comes around, and this will be brought up by media because it always is. So, minds can change, feelings can change as time goes on. But I mean, the way I look at it, it's hosted Ryder Cups. Did it host the Ryder Cup, or is it the President's Cup and the Solheim Cup? Or has it hosted all three? I believe it's hosted all three.
I think, all three of them.
It was just the Ryder Cup was more back.
Yeah, President's Cup was the most recent one.
Yeah, President's Cup, Solheim Cup, the women's event. But I just believe whether it's the PGA Championship or even if it's the U.S. Open, you can give up the memorial once. Or maybe even if it's the U.S. Open, you wouldn't have to.
I got a problem with that.
Well, Jack,
I got a problem.
Jack, we do have a tournament at Pebble Beach, and I'm not sure if they give that one up because it's in February on the regular season schedule. Then when the U.S. Open is in June, Father's Day weekend, you'd still have a month gap. I know that might be something that would have to be talked about in golf, but I just think it would be tremendous to see a major championship at Muirfield Village.
Right,
Jack, don't you want it?
I have my thoughts on this, and then, Jack Nicklaus will be here to discuss all of it. And that's coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by COSI. Unofficial Galaxies open now through Labor Day. You're slow on the north side because of an accident on I-71 northbound before 5th Avenue. It blocks the left lane. We do have some crews on scene, so you're on the brakes from East Broad as they work to clear things here. Also an accident on the South Outer Belt westbound between Elm Creek and US 23 south side. Blocks your left lane, so plan for those delays. Unofficial Galaxies have arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies, now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at cosi.org. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
When it's time to fire up the grill, Meijer is ready to help bring the char-grilled good life to your backyard with prime cuts of certified Angus beef, wholesome all-natural chicken breast, tenders, wings, and thighs, hand-selected to ensure quality and taste, lean ground beef prepared fresh daily, and even a wide selection of organic options, including chicken, beef, and sausage, all at sizzling low prices to help you bring home more of what you love in every trip. We're working hard to make the grilling life a good deal better at Meijer.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-324-VEIN. That's 614-324-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
CME Federal Credit Union wants to try to beat your auto loan rate with rates as low as 5.25% plus no payments for 60 days. Visit CMEFCU.org today and start driving to a better deal.
Terms and conditions apply. Minimum floor rate of 5.25%. Federally insured by NCUA.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Hiring today for tomorrow with WM.
A stable career and a safe environment. That's what you get as a heavy-duty mechanic at WM.
Plus great benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family.
WM is now hiring heavy-duty mechanics in Columbus. Get boot and tool allowance and additional pay with a Cummins certification or CDL license.
There are openings for CDL truck drivers too with home daily routes.
Apply online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com.
A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Have you ever told a friend
Oh, I'm fine.
when you really felt
Just so overwhelmed.
or sent a text
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
when you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow by New Nordic. Online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, breezy, and warm on this Thursday with temperatures in the low to mid 80s and the risk of an evening thunderstorm. A better chance overnight with some stronger thunderstorms possible. We'll wake up Friday morning around 70 degrees with temperatures back in the mid 80s by the afternoon. It'll be breezy and a bit more humid and possibly strong to severe thunderstorms Friday evening and Friday night. Another 10 weather impact alert for the possibility of severe weather. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. So glad you're here. This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. We were talking about the golf, and PGA Championship started up today at Quails Hollow. Is that right?
Quail Hollow.
Quail
but if
Hollow.
you're from the Midwest, then Quails Hollows.
Dan Quail.
Yeah.
It's his course.
Yeah. They've got a tough finishing stretch, but I'm actually finding that this course is like Hunter Mahan said. I mean, and I've watched golf at this course before, but I've never really been that attached to it. But if it's a major championship, you're going to watch. That's just how it is. But for the regular season event, it's not one where I find myself saying, my God, this golf course, what a winner. I'm just more concerned if there's a great player that's attacking a win on Sunday. So if Justin Thomas or Rory McIlroy or Scotty Scheffler is going to add one to the win column, then I'm interested. But really, aside from what they call the green mile, at the end of the course, 16, 17, 18. They're very difficult. They play well over par. It's really just a long, bland golf course, which is why I would like to see something with character like Muirfield Village Golf Club.
You contend
host a major someday.
That you want Muirfield Village to host a major. And I've said this before, and this is not to be, morbid or anything like that. I don't think it happens until Jack dies. I think Jack has this idea, and I'm not saying it's wrong. This is his tournament. It's his course.
I agree with that, too.
That the memorial stands above and beyond other tournaments that aren't majors, and he's not going to sacrifice that to get himself a U.S. Open or a PGA Championship.
Yes, I think that's what it is, and I know that there's a charitable aspect to this, too, and what they can raise for nationwide, and if you're giving up the tournament with its normal sponsors for that year, you're still giving something for the local fans, obviously, by the experience of hosting a major. That's why this is just a once every 10 year type of thing. Maybe it doesn't even have to
that's what it would be.
Maybe it doesn't have to be even that frequent. Maybe it's something more special.
Well, this place in
every
Charlotte that
15
you're talking
years.
about, they've got to stop on the tournament every single year, right? They
Yes.
gave it up.
They would have been last week. They went to Philadelphia at some cricket club, and that was a decent event. Thought that course was a pretty fun track. And oh my God, someone hit a hole in one or throwing in there. Yeah, more on that later. I don't know who that is. Probably Warren Spahn. Someone just aced, Teddy. Tell me who that was.
Warren
if you can
Spahn.
read on it. But yeah, I just think it'd be time. I mean, they've had, like I said back there, the President's Cup, the Ryder Cup, the Solheim Cup. They are widely regarded as the fifth, if not the fifth, if you like the players a little bit more than the sixth major championship of the year anyway, like an honorary major. Jack is the guy that's that started the tournament.
If Jack
just
had a
makes
theme
sense.
song, what do you think Jack's theme song would be?
Jack's theme song?
Yeah. Like when he walked in the room. If it was a wrestler, what would his theme song be?
Well, he's been banging for quite a while, so I might have to go with some oldies, like Beach Boys classics.
You think he likes the Beach Boys?
I think he's I don't know what he likes, so I would hope that Jack Nicklaus can get down with the Beach Boys.
A bunch of hippies.
Why not? No,
Brian Wilson with the LSD.
Yeah, but
Little Deuce Coupe. Oh, Little Deuce Coupe. I love Little Deuce Coupe.
Clean song.
Yeah. Good wholesome boys here. How you doing, Timmy?
Oh, I'm doing good, Jack.
I saw that Colin Morikawa confirmed to the tournament today. But not that rat bastard, Phil Mickelson. I can't stand him.
Yeah, Jack, you had some comments about Phil back at Augusta. It seemed like you were...
I don't trust him.
Seemed like you were still a little perturbed that he went to Live Golf. That's how it read to me.
I think he's better than all of us.
Yeah, what do you think about the divide in golf right now, Jack? How are we going to smooth this out
I think the president's going to fix it.
Your guy?
Yes, president's going to fix it.
I mean,
he got Pete Rose.
He got Pete Rose
That's
back
right.
and reinstated.
If we can get Pete Rose, we can get the Saudis and Jay Monahan to talk.
Jack, so before you got here, we were just talking about I would love to see your baby, the Memorial Tournament. Maybe, hopefully it wouldn't have to. Maybe you could do both, but let's say you had to give it up for 1 year. Couldn't you just love to see a major championship here in Dublin, Ohio?
Not going to happen. I'd love to see it
Jack?
because the Memorial is a tradition unlike any other. Screw you, Jim Nance.
Well, Jack, I mean,
Augusta sucks.
It is a great tradition, but that's Augusta. I mean, you can't take that from Augusta National. And that's Jim Nance's line, like you said.
I haven't killed.
Oh, Jim
Nance.
What'd you think about Jim saying he's going to retire in 76 years? That was a big announcement.
I'll still be alive to kick his ass.
Yeah. Well, Jack, you're an ambassador of the game, and I just want to tell you, I'm really excited for the Memorial coming up in 2 weeks.
Kim Kardashian's ace. How about that?
I assume you saw Hunter Mahan's comments this week. He said that Quail Hollow or Quail's Hollows is a little bit like Kim Kardashian. It's beautiful. It's well kept.
Kokomo
But
style.
it has no soul.
Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go Jamaica on the Florida Keys? I'll tell you what. I love the Florida Keys.
Jack, I'm pleased to see that you do enjoy the Beach Boys.
Let's get back to Kim Kardashian's ace.
What about it?
And I ran into it once.
Really?
Accidentally, of course.
Well, I mean, it takes up a bit of space.
It hit me right in my face. I saw her step mother, father.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't want to offend anybody.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean,
she got the cover on she got the award at the ESPYs
was
that
she
1
in
year.
the Olympics? Or do you say he was in the Olympics?
Well, I believe
I'm an old-fashioned guy.
I believe if we're being accurate, he was in the Olympics.
But then
later, now
so if I
bada
see
bing, bada boom,
if I
she.
see her, do I congratulate her on being an Olympian?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. That would be nice. That would be very nice of you.
I don't want to dead name her. No dead name.
Jack. No, Jack. What would Barb say about bumping into Kim Kardashian?
What do you want me to do?
That's good. That's good. Did you know all those words to the beginning of the Kokomo song?
Yeah.
Did those just live in your heart?
Absolutely. That's a good song. That's a good, clean song.
I get him.
That was Tom Cruise in Cocktail. That was Kokomo.
I haven't seen Cocktail with Tom Cruise.
Stupid.
Well,
Teddy, did you like it? Not a lot of explosions for you.
It was okay, though. I could watch it. Yeah, you should watch it, Tim. Would
I like it?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Ted thinks everything's a good movie.
But it's not, your Mission Impossible movie.
Where are we all on Under Siege? Like, is that an actual good...
Siege?
Under Siege.
It's a good movie.
We're talking about old movies. It's got some age to it, right?
No, I haven't
Late
seen
80s,
it in a
early
while,
90s.
but I believe that was one of the first opportunities I had to look at booblage.
Well, then that holds a special place
When
then.
she jumps out of that cake. I was over at Tony Finazzo's house. That's serious, dude. His name's Tony Finazzo. We
Did his mom
rewound that
jump out of the
part.
cake?
My God. No, we had that in the VHS.
Yeah.
We were rewinding it.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you the plot of the movie.
Played out. I think it's a good, bad movie, Under Siege. Like, I could actually...
I don't think it's that bad.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones is in it. He's the bad
how
guy.
bad can it be with Tommy Lee Jones in it?
He's tremendous,
You know something
right?
about Tommy Lee Jones?
No.
Roommates in college with Al Gore.
Oh.
You doing Al? How you doing, Tommy? I can't. Hey, Tommy. It
Gore,
sounds
you're very-
menacing. Hey, Tommy. How are you, Tommy?
No, I don't do an Al Gore. I'll have to watch a little bit more.
There's
of
a
him.
little lispy. Little lisp on Al.
He's got a little lisp to him.
No, not that type of lisp.
Not
a Cindy Brady lisp. That's different.
I mean, you're looking at the internet just because of me right now. That's not good. I don't do an
I think
Al.
you can workshop that.
Yeah. You know, you sang roommates. You were doing Jim Nance earlier. Who was Jim Nance's roommate, Teddy? Didn't he have a famous one at the University of
I was going to say Fred
Houston?
Couples.
Freddie Couples.
They were at Houston together?
Swinging Freddie Couples, him and Jim Nance at Houston. Yeah, together. Back when they were banging.
Well, Freddie was banging.
You saw Jim.
Off that tee?
You saw Jim was enjoying the Houston
I
basketball
saw
championship
that.
run because he didn't have to call the games anymore because he's done with that. Not done with the Masters. We'll be done by 2079.
All right, we have a brand new segment. It's called Too Hot.
Too Hot
with Teddy. Coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by True Green. We've got an accident on the South Outer Belt westbound between Alum Creek Drive and US 23 South Side. It's on the left side with emergency crews there. That's why you're slow. Also an accident Frank Road eastbound at I-71. That's on the right side. And an accident on the East Outer Belt southbound after US 33. That one's on the right side as well. Summer's better with True Green. Get the best lawn at the best price. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. Restrictions apply. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At QC Kinetics, we're all about keeping you in the game, helping you get lasting relief from joint pain. That's why we're excited to announce that QC Kinetics is now partnering with the National Pickleball League. So many of our satisfied patients are avid pickleball players, and they're thrilled with how we've helped them get back on the court. As lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League, we're committed to help pickleball fans of all ages with the latest, most advanced regenerative cell treatments. These treatments use your body's own healing power, revitalizing and restoring damaged joint tissue the natural way, with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Whether you're a pickleball fanatic or enjoy golf or running or tennis, stay in the game with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, proud to promote active, pain-free living as a lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
380-208-4544.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
A show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No, 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 no.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. Tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 o'clock, live on YouTube, Common Man's Basement. Join me in the basement, no pants, drinking something and talking to you, answering your questions and just having a good old time. Maybe talking about things we can't necessarily talk about on the radio. So please do join me tomorrow night, live in the basement. It's brought to you by my friends at the Lion's Den.
Well, that is just a real nice surprise. To get to see you in your basement with that elliptical in the background that's never touched.
Well, Kristen touches
really
it.
Cool.
I don't touch it.
You hang out in a room off to the other side of the basement that just has chair and speakers.
That's right.
That's it. Just loud
You've been in
music.
that room.
Oh,
why would you ever leave that room?
That room slaps.
I got some new speakers since the last time you've been in that room.
What was wrong with the other speakers?
I just didn't have enough power.
What'd you do with them?
Sold them.
Would have bought them from you.
You couldn't afford those.
You're probably right.
You could.
I don't have a decent stereo setup in my home.
Little man boy.
Well, I had one.
Are you a man? Do you have a house?
No, I'm not a man, but I have a house. So
you have a full-time job?
No to the first. Yes. I'm a man with a job, and I don't
man with a job?
have a stereo in my home at the moment.
Do you have
everything went Bluetooth speakers?
Do you
and
have
I get it. That's
toddlers
sad.
or infants in your house?
Not anymore.
No. So you have no excuse.
I don't. That was the excuse at the beginning.
Get a stereo.
I got rid of my Yamaha stereo system because we were having a baby, and then years passed. We moved.
Well, the baby's 14 years old now. Okay,
I get it.
You know what? He probably needs himself a stereo too. He's a good, clean boy. Have him put some music on and touch himself in the room.
I've priced him out. I want to get back into the game. You know what really bothered me though is that Sarah will cook dinner in the kitchen from time to time, and she'll like to listen to some tunes.
She'll
which is
cook
great.
dinner in the kitchen?
Can you believe that?
As opposed to the shower? What are we talking about?
Sometimes, we like to prepare a meal in the bath.
Cook in the kitchen.
We installed a garbage disposal in the tub in case we're in there. So she'll listen to the music just on her phone.
That's
just
a waste
on
of
her
music.
phone.
That's disrespecting the music.
I bought a Bluetooth speaker for her so she can listen to it in the kitchen.
Tell me the budget you want for the stereo, and I'll price some options out for you. Okay? And if I don't like your budget, I'll make you spend more money.
Right. I have no confidence in that.
Too high. Sponsored by the cancer experts at Ohio Health. Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Okay, Teddy, so we have tasked you with finding different pieces of audio. I don't care where it's from. We just want to make sure that we have not heard this audio before, me and Timmy, and then we will respond. So go ahead. This is your segment.
Okay. Well, you may have heard some of this audio.
Well, that's a shame.
I didn't, but I can't.
Not on this show this week.
But no, it's not been played on this show.
All right,
I don't know what you guys are listening to on your
You
off
can't
hours.
control that.
Yeah. All right. Audio.
It's on this station. I'm not listening to it.
Okay. Well, then you haven't heard this one. All right.
I just had a moment where, my stomach, dropped.
Why?
I looked down at my hand and I realized my ring is gone.
Oh, your wedding ring?
My wedding ring is gone. Now, it's not the real one, it's the rubber one. But I've never, not had it on my hand, and I don't know where it's at. And I can just imagine going home and my wife seeing this, and she's going to say, what, you must have seen somebody you liked. They wanted to see if you still had it. So I have to find this ring.
All right, here's what I take away from that clip, which, by the way, I did hear because I listened to that show. It's a good, clean show.
I've seen the clip on Instagram. I've seen it.
That's T-Bone and Tyvis, weekday morning, 6 to 9. I want you to cut up Tyvis Powell saying, not the real one, just the rubber one. I want that out of context.
Okay.
Now, I don't wear a wedding ring.
Neither
Timmy,
do I.
you don't wear a wedding ring.
No.
I don't care for having a ring on. I think it makes my fingers look even stumpier than they are.
I respect anyone that wears the wedding ring, and that's what they do, but I think some marriages don't require that. Sarah does not wear hers all the time. And mainly, I have one that's silver plated and one that's gold plated. I will wear it for the fashion. If it goes with a good tracksuit, that's when I'll throw the wedding ring on.
I don't even know where my wedding ring is. I think I gave it to the kid.
Okay.
I think she's got it like in her special drawer.
Little jewelry box or something?
Yeah.
Would she wear it on a necklace or something like that?
I don't know where it is.
Just
I have
put it in
no
a little
idea.
box and keep it there.
I did, however, lose my wedding ring back when I was first married.
Mm-hmm.
I did wear it. There was a Blue Jackets game. They wanted me to do intermission entertainment where I'm inside that plastic hamster ball making a fool of myself on the ice.
I remember you doing that.
So I do that, and then I get back to the seats, and I realize my wedding ring is gone. I lost it in
the inflatable?
plastic inflatable
Oh,
thing.
no.
So we run down to the bowels of Nationwide, and they had deflated this thing. But we searched it, and it was in there still.
Good.
Thankfully. Now, I don't care now. They could take it and throw it in the trash.
There's still grainy. That's early days fan YouTube. That might be one of the earliest videos on our channel.
All right, Teddy, what else you got?
All right, here we go. Audio piece number 2.
Here are the 4 things that a Q-tip can be used for, according to the box. Beauty, so it shows like someone like cleaning their mascara. First aid and baby care, so there's a Q-tip up against like a baby's foot. Home and electronics, and then arts and crafts. Those are the 4 things a Q-tip should be used for. And in fact, it says on the one side, warning, do not insert swab into ear canal. Entering the ear canal could cause injury. If used to clean ears, stroke swab gently around the outer surface of the ear only. Keep out of the reach of children. Is this the only product in the world that 99% of the use for it, that people use it for, is discouraged by the product? In fact, there's a warning saying don't do that. And yet that's all anybody does with them. When's the last time you broke out the Q-tips to do some arts and crafts?
That's Bo Bishop, 9 to noon here on The Fan.
I never thought of that, Bo.
Well, you know why they had to do that? Because there's a lot of stupid people out there that don't know when to stop.
Yeah, you just keep shoving them into your brain. I go gently into my ear canal to get
do
waxy
a Q-tip
out.
every single day. I Q-tip right after I get out of the shower. I somehow have not scratched my brain or impacted wax.
Well, I mean, you are deaf, though. So
what does that have to do with it?
You've probably damaged your ear canals with the Q-tips at some point because you're very deaf.
It may be the 30 years of wearing headphones professionally that makes me deaf, but it's not going to be the Q-tip. Teddy, do you Q-tip?
Yes.
Every day?
I Q-tip?
No, not every day.
You got to Q-tip every day.
No, I don't Q-tip every day. You're excessive.
Yeah, that's excessive.
No, every single time.
That's excessive
And you know
Q-tip.
what? No, I got stuff every day. No, every day I got stuff.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different, you know. So
how are you building up wax in one day?
I don't build up wax in a day.
He does.
How much? Like that disgusting amount where you go and you're like, oh my God.
No, it's not a disgusting amount, but it is a certain amount. You could see it on the tip.
I think you're wasting Q-tips.
You know what?
Wait a day.
I'm going to bring you my Q-tip tomorrow. I did it today. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to Q-tip tomorrow. I'm going to put it in a little baggie, and I'm going to bring it in. Hey, tune in tomorrow. I'll share my used Q-tip with you.
Used Q-tips.
Here on The Fan.
And I'll show you my underwear as well.
How many more do you have, Teddy?
I've got more.
All right, let's go.
All right, here we go.
Story of Ralph, the family man. Yeah. So what can you tell us about Ralph as a father, the type of person that the public didn't know?
Well, I would say that I'm in the lucky sperm club because my dad is probably one of the greatest ambassadors of baseball that's ever lived. And growing up with him was, I was a very fortunate child. I got to see things that most people don't get to see. They're in the book. They'll enjoy it. And I hope people look at it because I'm trying to keep his spirit and his incredible life alive.
Who is that? What is that?
That is Scott Kiner. He's the son of Pirates broadcast legend Ralph Kiner, and he was chatting about his father's legacy.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm sure you pulled that because he said he's in the Lucky Sperm Club.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
which is something
that's why he pulled it.
I have talked about forever. Look, I'm not saying that guys like Jim Irsay should just give the team back. Oh, well, it was my daddy's team, so I didn't earn it. So here you go.
Just to appreciate what you've got, though.
But I would like an acknowledgement because if you hear these guys talk, some of them, They make it seem like they invented the whole thing.
That's true.
That it would not be here today if it wasn't for the genius that they have, when in reality, they inherited it from its dad. Here you have a really secure man saying, hey, my dad was the reason you're talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what? And that, to me, is power. When you can acknowledge that this man provided this to me, and now I'm going to take that and run with it. But I would be nothing if not for my ancestors.
I think oftentimes the men or women who can acknowledge that will be better in business. I truly believe that, because they can have appreciation for what came before them.
Teddy, is there more sound? Because we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time.
But if we can come back and we can do more, I like this. It's fun.
I have more audio, yes.
Okay, more audio. And I have a text just to prove my point. I have a text from resident statistician Joe Tardy and Bo Bishop. He's a good, clean boy.
Bo's already texted?
He's listening to the show.
Good man,
and he
Bo.
wants to talk to us about Q-tips. I got a text from him. We're going to set the record straight. Is it a daily use item? Is it once a week? Once a month? I contend it's daily, and if you don't use the Q-tip daily, you're a sloppy F.
How you cleaning your ears, Bo? With your finger? If you won't shove a little teeny tiny Q-tip in there?
No, Bo
just
uses
a quarter inch?
Bo uses the tip. He uses the Q-tip.
Oh, he does use it.
He uses it.
He was just making the point that the packaging says to not use it.
That's correct.
But he's an anarchist and uses it too.
More swabbing of the canal conversation coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
This report sponsored by Murphy Tractor. An accident on the East Outer Belt southbound after Easton Way blocks your left lane. Also on the East Outer Belt southbound after US 33, there's an accident on the right side. On the South Outer Belt westbound between Alum Creek and US 23 south side, there's an accident on the left side. And we do have a crash Frank Road eastbound at I-71, also on the right side. Your job is demanding, so choose a partner who delivers more. At Murphy Tractor and Equipment, they provide John Deere equipment that sets the standard for reliability and performance. Visit murphytractor.com and take your job site to the next level. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks, your trusted neighborhood plumbing, draining, heating, and cooling experts. Visit online today at thewaterworks.com.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Stuart McGinn, a 12-year patrol veteran of the Columbus Police Department who's seen the toll that high-stress work takes on first responders. Inspired by CPD's Therapy Dog Unit, Stu found a way to give back by training his rescue dog, Albie, to become a certified therapy dog. Together, they volunteer at Ohio Health, offering comfort to frontline healthcare workers, one tail wag and smile at a time.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino. Golf tournament giveaway is on May 20th. Win a pair of tickets to the golf tournament where Jen Winters falls down. Visit Hollywood Columbus on social media and follow the steps for a chance to win.
That is a great golf tournament, but I am really just focused on this. All you can eat ribs on Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout May, only at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Did I just say all you can eat ribs?
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Hey, it's Anthony. You know what the slogan is at the Good Feet store? Good feet, good life. Friends have asked me, how are my personally fit arch supports different from the inserts and insoles they can buy online or in department stores? There are big differences. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to provide me firm yet flexible function. What does that do? They actually help correct poor foot biomechanics, which leads to providing me long-term pain relief. I was also the guy who thought, well, if I buy good shoes, my feet won't hurt. It wasn't a bad thought. A lot of people think shoes are always the problem, when in reality, it's often the foot that goes into the shoe that's the real source of discomfort. When I got my personally fit Good Feet arch supports, my feet felt stabilized. The pain and discomfort went away. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people just like me discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Sun, splashes, and nonstop fun await at Zoombezi Bay.
Get your 2025 season pass for unlimited thrills,
including our all-new conservation tower. Buy now at ZoombeziBay.com.
After an audit of our programming, the suits here at The Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that common man is stupid. Good news. We fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on The Fan all season long. Yay, baseball.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Deal-in days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Deal-in days.
See lindsayhonda.com for details. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
All right, you're on the YouTube. You see what I'm wearing, don't you?
Dear God, get to the YouTube channel right now.
Is the official 91-92 Chicago Bulls pregame shoot-around top, which they do not sell the bottoms, and that pisses me off. Take my money, Mitchell and Ness. I want the snap-away bottoms, too, where I can just...
Oh, my God.
Listen to the sound of this. This is why I don't wear it very often, because, listen.
I don't care. I think
it's too much.
I think it adds effect.
It's friction.
Well, you're rubbing your arms up against your chest. What do you think's going to happen? It is a whooshy top.
By the way, speaking of fashion, I just walked past 10 TV's Nicole Sheeran. She was on the program yesterday. She'll join us every single Wednesday as long as she doesn't sue us for harassment.
Wednesdays at 3:30. Don't miss it.
Tonight, she's doing the 11 tonight.
Yeah, you saw that.
She's doing the 11.
You seen that dress?
I seen it. She has a leather dress.
A green leather. It's a one piece.
We work with the Don Cherry of women's broadcasting.
She'll wear anything.
She will. She'll wear anything.
She might wear that jacket on the news.
I told her to.
Yes, she should.
I don't think that'll go over well.
Come on. You're wearing a green leather dress.
If I get her a Cavs one, do you think she'd wear a Cavs one?
Yes.
Maybe an old school Buckeye one?
I think so. I think we should. We need to get our friends like maybe Dom could even do it. You're whooshing.
Whoosh.
You're whooshing.
Hey, fellatio.
There it is again.
All right, we're talking about Q-tips in the last, and we're going to play more audio from Teddy. We're talking about Q-tips, and I made the very controversial, I guess, statement that I Q-tip every single day. I have stuff on the Q-tip. I need to clean every single day because if I skip a day, then there's problems. Here is a text from Joe Tardy, resident statistician of this show. I'm every day, and if I don't, there's chaos.
What does that mean, Joe?
That means it builds up.
Chaos.
Bo Bishop, every single day. Every single day he's tipping.
Oh,
now, how often do you tip?
Like every 2 or every 3 days? Every 2 days? Every other?
Come over here. I want to stare inside your canal. I want to see.
Look at my canal?
I want to see your canal and see how dirty it is. This is what this show has become.
Look in this canal.
Let me see.
Come on, take a look.
clean as a whistle.
Well, it's a deep canal.
Look at that.
I'm not getting in there,
what?
but I bet if we put a Q-tip in there right now, it would. Why do you have to make fun of my handicap?
It's not a handicap. I think it's because you just like to listen to music so loud, and maybe if you kept some of that wax in, it would protect those eardrums a little bit more.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It could be. Just made it up.
All right, Teddy, how about some more audio? This is a continuation of a new segment called Too Hot, where Teddy plays us audio that we've never heard before, and we respond to it.
All right. Now, Timmy was wanting some golf audio, so I found some for him. Here we go.
When in your life have you ever scored a double and then had tee honors on the next hole?
Yeah, that was an interesting one. You know, Xander and I both hit it there in the fairway, and I actually didn't know what happened to Rory over there on the side. We found out as we were walking off that he had made double, but Xander and I were both in the fairway and had mud balls, and it's just tough to control coming down that hill, and, end up both of us got a bad break there and hit in the water, and we actually had to make some putts for double, so I didn't feel too terrible about it, making a 6-7 footer for double. But, yeah, it's pretty rare playing with top 3 players in the world, and double keeps the honors.
I don't know what the hell any of that was.
There was a hole where everybody doubled today, and that's very shocking
Who
to
was
see.
that?
That was Scotty Scheffler. That's our guy, Scotty. Scotty-style sliders, man.
He was playing with Rory and Xander, I think, right?
Yeah, ex-Xander Schauffele.
That was the 16th hole.
Scotty was 2 under, so he's in a decent position. Rory might have shot himself out of the tournament here today. 3 over par. And we've got the leaders. Who do we have? Davis now?
Yeah, Cam Davis at 6 under.
Cam Davis beating Sam Gerard and Luke Donald. That's our leaderboard. We need a better leaderboard.
Any more sound, Teddy?
All right, and this is T-Bone would love this one because we're talking.
He doesn't host the show anymore.
I'm saying we're talking a little IndyCar. You know, he's a big IndyCar guy. He goes to the 500.
I don't think so.
That's right. So here's a little in-car audio and description around with the announcers, and we'll give it a listen.
This pass of Rasmussen on Siegel. So here we are out at 2, down the back straight. And look, there's kind of a time where you know to bail out of it. They're already turning in, and he just fires it in there, and Siegel, wasn't too thrilled about it.
Rasmussen is such a idiot. Add him to like the mega list. He's already on the list of idiots, but there are too many of them. He's like above everyone else. And 4.
Copies and 10-4s from the timing stand.
I like that. I love the raw audio.
Yeah.
You know, you see that in F1 too, where they got the audio in the car.
Oh, it's real time, man.
These guys are going 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They're competitors. They're trying to compete. What do you want them to be calm and measured all the time?
No. Who's expecting that?
I like that.
It's like when they do mid-game interviews in the NBA or any other sport. I'm okay if you get some off-the-cuff commentary.
I'm surprised they're not even more vulgar.
Right.
You ask me in the heat of the moment, I'm going to throw some C words out.
There was a good
Your mom did this to me last night and all that.
There was a good Rick Pitino in the middle of a St. John's game this year where he said, well, inside I wanted to kill myself, but, now we're better. So there's a lot of cases like that.
Any more, Teddy?
I can play one more for you.
All right, one more. Come on.
Give us one last one.
All right, here's Charles Barkley.
I really enjoyed it, but I got a problem with you, Dwight. Ernie, guess what he asked me in the back?
How much do you weigh?
No. See, hey, we got joked up. This dude asked me about Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah?
I said,
about playing against Wilt?
I said, dude, how old do you think I am?
I did ask you.
I know you did. I'm like, dude, how old do you think I am?
After I asked the question, I thought about it. I said, Chuck ain't that old.
Okay, thank you.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Yeah. I was really trying to start some conversation because I'm like, man, this Chuck, man.
We were having a great conversation in the back then. I said, because it caught me off guard. I said, how old does this dude think I am?
Is that why you put the headphones on?
I said, yeah, man, we're done talking for the night.
Who you think has got more ass? Who got more ass in his life? Wilt Chamberlain, Dwight Howard?
Oh, I don't know, Shaq.
Dwight Howard's got to kidnap his ass.
That's pretty funny. The Dwight asking him about Wilt. Wilt, come on. Chuck, that show is so funny. It's no surprise why they've won Emmy after Emmy after Emmy.
Hey, Teddy.
After Emmy.
Hey, what?
Great job.
Good job, man.
Thank you. All right.
Great job. I'm excited to do that every single week. And I think because we're just lazy Fs. We can stretch that into 2 segments every single time.
We might be able to.
I really think we can.
Keep getting a lot of sound, Teddy. Take us to the 5 o'clock hour, baby.
The Pulse is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's an accident on 670 eastbound at Cleveland Avenue. It's in the left lane, so that's why we're slowing here. On the east outer belt, southbound after Easton Way, it's another accident in the left lane. And we do have a crash on the south outer belt westbound between Elm Creek and US 23 south side. It's on the left berm, so that's why we're seeing some delays there. This report sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law, 866-323-7529, 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on, CordellandCordell.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
It's the Parade of Color at Oakland Nursery, the time to inject your home's landscape with lovely hues and shades that will explode all summer long. The best place to start is with flats, now on sale during Oakland's annual flat sale. Flats of marigolds, petunias, begonias, and impatiens, normally $19.99 a flat, now only $15.99. 32 plants per flat for just $15.99. Oakland Nursery is 35 acres of spacious outdoor shopping and pure gardening pleasure. For 85 years, your landscape's color starts at Oakland Nursery.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a room of rejected mascot memorabilia. Is it real? No one knows. But we do know NJM is proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance.
Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Are you experiencing knee pain? Is something as simple as walking up and down the stairs painful? Well, I found the answer to your pain. Hey, it's Tyvus Powell. What Columbus Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff and his team are doing is nothing short of remarkable. They are using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. These are biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joints. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing old tissues. Best part with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, There's no surgeries involved, and there's no downtime. This is an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. The patient's satisfaction reports are astonishing. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatment that can help you live your best life. The consultation is free. New locations in Grove City and Canal Winchester. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
If your last garage door repair guy used phrases like the springy pulley-uppy-ma-bobber, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Cam Davis, the new leader in the opening round of the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow in North Carolina. He's at 6 under par, one stroke better ahead, of Ryan Gerard. Baseball today, Cincinnati Reds snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 7-1 win over the Chicago White Sox. Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain, and Will Benson all hit home runs. Off day for the Cleveland Guardians, who will be in Cincinnati to face the Reds tomorrow night. Columbus Clippers will be at home this evening with Omaha at Huntington Park. NBA playoffs, Oklahoma City at Denver. Thunder lead the Nuggets 3-2. In the NHL, a couple of playoff games tonight. Eastern Conference second round, Carolina at Washington. Hurricanes a 3-1 lead over the Capitals. Western second round, Dallas at Winnipeg. And the Stars of the moment have a 3-1 advantage over the Jets. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. If you're watching on YouTube, I have my retro Chicago Bulls warm-up jacket on.
It is completely fantastic, and you are going to be sending me and probably a lot of other listeners back into this Mitchell and Ness wormhole, and that is a dangerous place to live.
Oh, man. My wiener just moved.
Will you allow me to Ray Clay?
Go, Ray Clay.
Can I Ray Clay? Let me do something here.
This is the worst dance in the history of the world.
And now, broadcasting in the #1 chair from St. Charles High School in Chicago, Illinois.
St. Charles, Illinois.
The Common Man, Mike Ricordati.
Do they still play this for the intros?
I don't know. Chicago Bulls basketball has been so irrelevant. I do not know. They may have been doing that for the last 25 years, and I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you, when I was a kid, back when I was banging.
Oh, the guitar. Give me that. Alan Parsons Project. Take this right into Eye in the Sky.
They still play it.
They do?
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
should be grandfathered in.
Since 1984.
Wow.
Back when I was a kid.
Since the year I was born, they've been doing that.
You know, we lived out in the suburbs. We didn't go to a lot of games. One time my dad got some tickets at work. And I want to say this was, 91, 92, something like that.
Okay.
And the day before, the home game before, they had a problem with the lights. So they turned the lights off during the intro. Then they couldn't get the lights back on.
And there's your answer.
They couldn't get the lights back on. There was a big delay, fuse issues, all that. They fixed it. They played the game. But then I went to the next home game. And this is the only game that I had gone to, Chicago Stadium. And I'm excited. I get to see Michael Jordan for the first time live. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, are they going to turn off the lights for the intro because they had the problem the game before. And so I went to the only game, I think, from 1984 to now.
That they didn't do
where they didn't turn off the lights. They kept the lights on and did the intro, and I was so disappointed.
Tom Modell must have been...
We'll leave the light on for you?
Must have been working the game.
I was so disappointed.
Wow. And that was it for your Bulls
And then
games?
I looked up at my dad, and he just sort of gave me this get-over-it look.
Ouch. Can't we?
Hey, you know what?
We live here. Let's go back.
If that's the worst thing,
yeah.
It's hard to go. First of all, it's hard to get the tickets. Breaking news, they would sell out every single game.
I got it. Yeah.
We didn't get tickets. We weren't that type of family.
I understand. I think if there was one game I would want to go back and watch with a time machine, I think I would need to see a Chicago Bulls home game. Just any
in
game.
Chicago Stadium, not United Center.
I just want to hear. I mainly want to see that. I don't know why it popped up on my Instagram reel, but who cares, right? Just to see a clip of a late 80s, early 90s Chicago Bulls player introduction with Ray Clay just belting it out. That is what we love about sports. Things like that maybe happen organically. You don't know how great your PA announcer is going to be. You don't know if he's going to be some legend or if it's going to be something that you generally forget, and it's the team and, players that you remember. But to have Michael and the Bulls and that player introduction, it's just the music and the lights and everything that hits together.
Speaking of the lights.
The video intro, too, with the Chicago Bull running through the city, and that, I don't know when.
No, that's
came
United
about.
Center. That's United Center.
That was later, but that's also very cool. Love that.
It's modern.
Yeah, it's modernized.
Modern.
But
It's 30 years old. It's
fun.
modern.
Yeah.
All right, the Pulse.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the Pulse.
Go ahead, Timmy.
All right, my jacket whoosher. We talked about an Ohio State representative is aiming some legislation at Fox's Big Noon Saturday. Good old Tex Winter. Nope, Tex Fisher.
Tex Winter Bulls.
Tex Winter triangle offense. Yeah.
That's right. Tex Winter, Johnny Bach was also a longtime assistant on that Bulls team.
So Tex from District 59, this is in the Youngstown area, has proposed legislation to try to stop the impact of Big Noon kickoff on the Buckeyes. His bill would prevent any state university in Ohio from competing in a game before 3:30 p.m. Eastern if both teams are ranked in the top 10 of the AP poll, but it includes a provision for an earlier kickoff if it is part of a, quote, college football tradition. Explicitly stated, not explicitly stated, this is definitely aimed at the Ohio State-Michigan game, of course. Oh, and it's got a $10 million fine against Fox or the Big Ten, so we don't care which, if they dare schedule a top 10 matchup for Big Noon. This is some more ridiculous stuff.
We could have a conversation about this. I know a lot of you want more night games. Fine. Let's have that convo. Let's also remember that about 5-6 years ago, we were having a conversation about how there were too many night games because we'd be on at night on ABC, and then we get that horrible night game or two on Big Ten Network, and that was a pain in the ass. And God forbid you're put on a Thursday or a Friday night. That's a pain in the ass, too. To actually take time out of the state's day and craft this BS, and there's a $10 million fine if you violate it. What a load of crap. Go do something for the people that actually voted for you.
It's a fair point you make because there were a year or two under Urban Meyer where it felt like half the season was night games, and that was talked about. And then it was, we can't play night game.
We got a lot of complaints, don't we?
Post-November,
I don't want to be on at noon. Noon's bad, but too many night games are bad too. And don't put me on Big Ten Network at night because that's not good. And I don't want to play Friday night because that ruins high school football.
I get it.
Jesus, come on.
I want to simplify this. This one would just be good at night because it's Ohio State, Texas. I think we can make this fairly simple. I can still, live with 75-80% of the games being daytime games.
We can also just acknowledge the games at noon and then go out there and beat the crap out of them. How about that?
That too. Really, if you give me one good home night game, I think I'm totally fine with that. And a couple of matinee ones where it gets dark in the fourth quarter, that'd be great. The Reds paid tribute to Pete Rose Day. To Pete Rose, a day after his MLB reinstatement, excuse me. So they started the game at 14 past the hour. Number 14s were all over the place. Why wouldn't they be? Half the fans in attendance were wearing their number 14 jerseys.
Then what happened?
Fans were chanting, Pete,
Then what happened?
at Great American Ballpark. And then the Chicago White Sox.
And the White Sox came a call last night. Now,
beat them.
The Reds did score 7 runs today. They beat the White Sox 7-1. So that means they're done scoring runs for the rest of the week, Teddy. So enjoy it. And enjoy knowing that you lost a home series to the Chicago White Sox.
And that means we'll lose the Ohio Cup to the Guardians, which I am very disappointed in.
That's this weekend, right? It's rivalry weekend.
Yeah, it's
so
rivalry.
to speak.
Everybody's aware
Major
of
League
that.
Baseball.
Yeah, this is the big weekend. It's very important
What
to
does
all
the
baseball
Ohio
fans.
Cup even look like? You have no idea.
It's a cup.
It's a cup.
What color is the cup? Is it silver? Is it gold?
I think it's silver, isn't it?
Is it a
Timmy?
wooden turtle?
Silver and gold.
Yeah, Illinois.
And gold. Yeah, I think it's a silver cup. So maybe got baseball bats crossing each other.
Yeah, and
that'd be cool, right?
They put the years on, like who wins. Like,
it's great.
Guardians win
Each
this year.
player gets to take the cup for a day.
Probably in the
They
offseason.
defecate in it.
Drink it out of it after peeing and pooing in it. All right, guys, the NFL schedules were released. Quick run through the Cleveland Browns. You tell me win-loss here, Mike.
No, we're not gonna do this again.
Let me give you some highlights.
No highlights. Here's the highlight.
All right,
we
the
went
Browns
through the
schedule
Browns
is out,
schedule.
and the Bengals schedule
We
is
had
out.
them winning 3 or 4 games, or Teddy said maybe 5 on the high end. The Bengals we had with 13 wins or 12 wins, which means Zach Taylor will crap himself again the first part of the schedule, dig themselves a hole, and a team that should be successful won't be because their head coach is Oppo Taco of Cliff Kingsbury.
And then Teddy's Cowboys have about 1 million difficult games in a row to end the season. They're going to be the first team in history with 4 Thursday games in a single season. And near the end, from weeks 12 to 17, 6 straight games against teams with 11 or more wins from last year. And I would say almost all those teams. I don't know how good the Vikings are going to be, but we know the Eagles, good. Chiefs, good. Lions, good. Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, all good teams.
Mel Kiper is still angry that he was not proven a genius. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Good news on I-670 eastbound at Cleveland Avenue. The accident has cleared from the left lane. Traffic, though, still a little slow there. On the east outer belt, southbound after Easton Way, there's an accident in the left lane. And on the south outer belt, they're clearing an accident westbound just after Alum Creek Drive. Watch for some slowdowns there. It was on the left side. This report sponsored by NJM Insurance. While some insurance companies use gimmicks to get your attention, NJM would rather focus on putting their policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com to learn more. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Billy.
Hi, I'm Billy Hatcher, a former professional baseball player, and I'm a patient at Tri-State Men's Health. Before I started the treatment, it was like my body was sore all the time, and I was feeling very, very sluggish. One day, I would be full of energy, and the next day was like, where did all my energy go? And since I've started, my body hasn't felt this good in a long time. I feel like, I'm not 21 to 25 again. It's just been great. I feel very, very comfortable coming here. When you have the energy, it's amazing. You get to do so many other things that you couldn't do prior to that. If you're tired of hurting in the mornings, you want to improve your health, you want to feel better, give a call to Tri-State Men's Health. I promise you, you will feel better.
Thanks, Billy. It's true. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Looking to buy a home? CME Federal Credit Union has got you covered.
With a 5/1 adjustable rate mortgage from CME, you can lock in a low rate, starting as low as 5.5% for the first 5 years. And with low closing costs, you can save even more. Ready to get started? Visit CMEFCU.org today to begin your journey to home ownership. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Get Mega May discounts at Coghlan Kia. Lease a new Kia K4, only $89 a month for 24 months. Or get 1.9% financing for 48 months. Or $2,000 bonus cash on a new 25 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
$49.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. 20 cents per mile over. Tax, title, and license fees excluded. No security deposit. $400 disposition fee at lease end. 1.9 for 48 equals 2165 per 1,000 financed. With approved credit through KMF. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. N6225.
This summer, save more with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
Like Meyer potato chips?
Yep.
Hamburger buns?
Of course.
Ketchup?
Absolutely.
How about Meyer lemonade? That's my favorite.
Yep, that too. Plus pickles, baked beans, cheese slices for sandwiches. It's your favorite Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
Now that is a good deal better.
Only at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
The Fan has been ranked as the second best sports station in America by our industry peers. Our heartfelt thank you is in order. But we're not doing it because we're better than that hillbilly Birmingham station that came in first. Thanks for nothing.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow by New Nordic. Online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com or at your local CVS.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, breezy, and warm on this Thursday. Temperatures in the low to mid-80s and the risk of a shower or storm early this evening into early tonight. Temperatures dropping down to around 70 for Friday morning. 10 weather impact alert for late Friday afternoon and evening with some strong to severe thunderstorms into Friday night. High temperatures in the mid-80s by the time we get to Friday afternoon. 70s on Saturday. It'll be windy with a risk of a shower or storm morning and again late afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I have little moments. I don't want to bring down the show or anything, but like little moments where I see something and I think to myself, oh, I have to tell my friend Emily about this. And then I remember, oh, Emily has passed away.
Yeah.
But I had one of those moments right there. Emily's been gone for a while, but she used to work here and was one of my good friends.
Yeah, I miss Emily.
We would share our love for Buffy the Vampire Slayer together.
Yep.
And I didn't know they're doing a reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it.
She's in it?
And she's Buffy.
She's a mom or something?
Well, she's Buffy. I don't know what she's going to be, but she's going to be her character. And they have a new Slayer they announced that's going to star opposite her, Ryan Kira Armstrong. I don't know her. Apparently she's been in Star Wars Skeleton Crew and Firestarter, but I'm looking at her picture and she would make a good Slayer.
A good Slayer?
Just looks like a girl next door who then just kicks your ass.
You said she's in Star Wars?
It says
What's
Star
the actress's
Wars,
name again?
Ryan Kira Armstrong.
Okay, let me see.
Before you make any disgusting comments, she is 15 years old.
Okay, because when I Googled her, it's just a picture of a child. It's a picture of her at like 9.
She's slightly older
15
than that
now.
Yes.
Okay, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Okay, that's a spin-off of one of the Star Wars
I
stories.
saw that. I thought of my old friend.
Yeah,
and
that's nice. That's nice.
If you used to watch that show too, then... No, I don't watch anything. I don't get behind anything, but I may just symbolically watch that because it makes me think of Emily.
Allison Hannigan was the other key character in the original show, right? From American Pie.
She was Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
And then there was Charisma Carpenter, who was on that show too. She was
Cordelia.
David Boreanaz from... See, I assume they can't bring back the actors that played vampires because what's David Boreanaz going to come back as a 60-year-old man? They're supposed to not age.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to put that much into the show where you're going to have anti-aging, or just put the hologram of him in the show. Like you mentioned Star Wars. They actually used a dead actor in one of the Star Wars movies. I think it was Peter Cushing, is it? He was in the original Star Wars that you just watched. So he's the general dude. He's the guy where they're wearing the goofy hats and he says, "You may file when ready." And then they blow up a planet. He was actually in Rogue One, but he's dead. But they actually just reimposed him. They just CGI'd him. He's there. He's acting. He's talking. They used his AI voice, the whole 9 yards.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Hulu is where they're going to have this.
Hulu. Hey, let me give you one real quick. I saw a food thing. Tell me what you think about this. I think it sounds gross. So Papa John's and Mountain Dew are going to do a little collab on a new tangy limited time beverage. So this is in honor ahead of the season 2 premiere of another Hulu show, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's the Cinny Dirty Soda Blend. It's a citrusy thing. It's a fizzy, tangy concoction that has an essence of the peppercini, the pepper at Papa John's. So it's the
pepperoncini that they give you in the box?
The pepperoncini that they give you in the box right there. It's going to have hints of
essence
that.
Are we talking? Like just a little bit? That'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Beginning May 14, so yesterday.
You should also just... dump the garlic sauce that they give you in the box.
Yeah.
Mix it in there.
Mix that in with a Dr. Pepper, a garlic sauce blend. I didn't even know much about these dirty sodas, but apparently they became popular in Utah. It's basically just taking a soda, and one way is you can get one of those. Is it Tarani? Those glass bottles that are at the coffee shops with all the flavoring. I think that's the brand that makes those.
Yeah, T-Bone was telling me about this.
Taranis,
because
you spike them with that, or you just put cream. Just put cream in the soda.
The LDS people in Utah, where
drinky.
You used to bang.
Yeah.
No coffee.
Coffee either.
And
right.
so this has sort of replaced the coffee house sort of thing, is these wild takes on soda.
Yeah, I love it. Pop. Let's get completely hopped up on soda. Let's add more sugar to the soda.
All right, Mel Kiper is all upset that not everybody looked at him and said, "Man, you were such a genius about Shedeur Sanders." And one of them was Cam Ward's coach, Mario Cristobal.
So here's what's going on. Yeah, Mario Cristobal, as you said, coach at Miami. He was speaking at the ACC spring meetings on Wednesday. He was talking about Mel. So the Hurricanes head coach, he said that he never spoke to Kiper regarding Cam Ward. He's essentially making the statement that what all is Mel Kiper doing enough of his homework if he didn't even one time get in touch with me, Cam Ward's last college head coach, to find out a little bit more about what I think of him, what makes him tick, how is he to coach. I see that side of it. You talk to everybody you can talk to when evaluating a player. So Mel Kiper, he responded. So he got it.
You gonna do a little Mel?
Well, he had a lot to say.
Well, go ahead.
He had a lot to say. Guys. Mario Cristobal claims he spoke to 1 million people about Cam Ward, yet the one he didn't speak to, being me, had Ward ranked higher, 6th on my big board than any other draft experts. Interesting, isn't it? Oh, and by the way, I didn't speak to Dion about Shedeur either. I did all my work on Shedeur Sanders myself. I need another Orange Crush after this nonsense. My God.
By the way, he likes to drink Orange Crush.
That's a dirty soda.
You can't. All you did, Mel, I'm talking to Mel like he's here now. All you did, Mel, during the broadcast was talk about how everybody got it wrong and Dion isn't going to be a problem. Dion's not going to be calling coaches. He's not going to do this. Mel knew. Well, obviously you have some sort of communication with Dion. No?
Yeah, he's
Don't
saying,
tell me you didn't talk to Dion. Of course you talked to Dion.
Saying that he didn't. It's Deion Sanders. And you know what? I think you maybe ought to incorporate that into your quarterback evaluations. How do you not have a correspondence with the head coach of the top quarterbacks in the class? I understand there has to be a limitation to that. I mean, the draft is 7 rounds long. What are we going, 266 picks deep? You're not going to be able to talk to all of those players, coaches. But it's year-long work. I mean, they're paying him at a rate where that's the full-time job. So year-round, you're talking to people, you're scouting.
There is nobody
you're watching film.
Else on earth that thought that Shedeur Sanders had a chance of going number 1 the day of the draft. Right?
No.
Everybody said the Titans are taking Cam Ward.
It was, if you looked at the betting odds,
everybody said it.
There was no bet to be made. Cam Ward was the number 1 overall pick. And I think that's very telling because how much is Cam Ward a can't miss prospect?
Well, that's neither here nor there.
No, I'm just illustrating that Shedeur is a long, long way from being a can't miss prospect if he fell like this.
Let's say Mel, he still loves Shedeur Sanders, all that. That's fine. There still has to be a director and a producer on that ESPN draft show that says, yes, I think it's a good idea to play a Shedeur Sanders package
every time he doesn't get picked.
When the number 1 pick is on the clock with Cam Ward. See, if who's running ESPN now? It's not John Skipper. Who I don't know who it is. I'm on the phone with whoever is producing that draft coverage. And I'm saying, look, if Mel wants to say what Mel says at the desk, that's his prerogative. Why are we running a package featuring Shedeur Sanders when everybody knows Cam Ward is going number 1?
It's James Pitara.
That's the question that I would have.
Mm-hmm.
Mel can be as loony as he want on that desk. But as a broadcast, why did you cater to him? Is he in charge of what packages play?
Well, I think this is what a network does, right? I mean, you're wanting to have straight down the middle, fair coverage, but they are getting caught. They have stars in their eyes about the Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders connection.
No, look,
and just the thought of him going early in the first round, they felt that they've got to hammer this home and stay on it. Talk about it at pick number 1. Talk about it pick number 2. And then every other pick where a quarterback should be taken. And then have Mel sit there and have borderline meltdowns about it. Guys.
He took it so personally.
I don't know what's going on. You watch how he stands in the pocket, unafraid to get hit, eyes down the field, breaks from the pocket, good enough runner. Maybe not the best I've ever seen, not as big as Josh Allen, but going to be a very good player. Next level.
I like your Mel.
Thank you.
I learned something new about the human race today, and I'm going to share it with you coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's an accident on I-670 eastbound at Leonard Avenue. It's in the left lane and traffic is slow from about 3rd Street approaching. I'm also seeing delays on 670 westbound between Leonard Avenue and State Route 315. On the east outer belts, you're slow northbound between I-670 and 161. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is your concrete cracking? Is your uneven walkway dangerous? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the concrete lifting experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Nike's Phil Knight says he has no interest in buying the Timberwolves. Why? Because he's 87 and looks like an undead zombie. He looks terrible. Now, he's 87.
Phil's got an interesting look to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's called zombie.
Yeah. He could be an author that just lives in the woods. Well, he does live in the woods. Lives in Oregon. Everybody's in the woods.
You think everybody lives in the woods in Oregon?
Yes.
You're in the city of Portland, but you're in the woods.
If I'm not in the city of Portland if I'm Phil Knight. You don't think that guy has a nice place out in the woods away from people? Look at him.
I bet he's got a nice long driveway.
Oh, for sure.
Some gates that open up.
Oh, yeah.
See, I want one of those.
How long would your driveway be if you could be off the road?
I want like a pebble driveway.
Pebble?
Like with the little gravel stones, like you're in the countryside.
Hard packed, though?
Yeah, hard packed.
I don't want chalk rising up when I drive.
No, what are we doing here?
Right. We're rich.
But then on the side of the path, it's just flanked with big, mature trees, right?
Like Magnolia Lane?
You almost can't see anything. You can't see where you're going, right?
No,
And then you enter this clearing, and then the house is just right there.
You're missing.
I'm not missing anything.
No,
this is my dream, not yours.
I'm telling you, what you want is you want to have those consistent 4-foot-tall stone walls flanking your drive.
We'll have those too. They'll be around the property.
Well, we don't mind if you look around. It's only $20 per person.
I learned something new today.
Be beautiful.
There's this thing called Williams syndrome. Okay?
I've never heard of it.
Well, let me tell you what it is. Imagine walking down the street and feeling an overwhelming love and warmth for every single person that you met. So you and I have the opposite of Williams syndrome.
Satan syndrome, whatever that is.
That is a familiar experience for people with Williams syndrome, a rare genetic condition that affects approximately 1 in 7,500 individuals. People with WS, they call it, often dubbed the opposite of autism, have an innate desire to hug and befriend total strangers. They're extremely affectionate, empathetic, talkative, and gregarious. They treat everyone they meet as their new best friend. Yet there's a downside to being so friendly. Individuals often struggle to retain close friendships and are prone to isolation and loneliness. Sometimes people with WS are too open and trusting towards strangers, not realizing when they're in danger, leaving them to vulnerable abuse and bullying.
So that's very fascinating.
Have you ever met somebody, maybe not to this level?
I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah?
I think I have. Yeah, now that you describe this, now I am wondering about people from my past that maybe have...
Maybe it's undiagnosed.
Maybe there's a scale of this, having a light to severe. I mean, and you think about the door-to-door Segway salespeople.
Well, that's his job.
No. I'm saying if you have Williams syndrome, you're buying something every time.
Oh, that's probably right.
Right? Because you're befriending them, you're wanting to chit-chat.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's great to see. How about a hug? How many books are you trying to sell today? I'll take them all. Here's $50,000.
You
and
and
then
I
come
have
back
the
next
opposite
week.
of Williams.
Yeah.
We both need a touch of Williams.
Yes. What is Roy Williams syndrome? If you just
dress in teal all the time.
I unfortunately, I don't know, for a Kansas guy, I am wearing a little baby blue today, but that's just the golf quarter zip of choice. Jacob Reimer has Roy Williams syndrome.
If you're diagnosed with this, it says few people with WS live independently as adults, and many suffer from severe anxiety.
Yeah. So
they can't function because
function.
They love people too much. They want to please everyone and be around everyone and hug and be everybody's best friend.
It sounds really rough.
It sounds miserable.
Yeah, it sounds really rough because that's not...
Because there's no amount of affection that you can possibly get back from somebody else that matches your level of affection.
It's not even your family members.
Well, that's
not
what I
even
mean.
Your parents, your siblings.
And that probably leads to the anxiety where it's, I love you so much. I want to be with you so much.
Yep.
And you never get that in return.
Right.
And that's the level that you give.
There are points in a day where everybody, even with your loved ones, time alone is necessary. You know, you've got to have a chance to rest, relax, not be around people. There's a time to talk about your day. There's also some days where that's just not what you need. Maybe you had a long day at work and you need to, go home and watch a show by yourself
Last
in
night,
peace and quiet.
I had a little
that's it.
stiff drink. Sitting in the chair.
You did.
Thinking about how I wanted to punish my daughter.
And then the salesperson popped by
then
the window.
Segway guy came.
And you had to
and
run him out.
I stared right at him.
Go.
I didn't move.
No.
I got a big glass door, too. He's looking right in my eyes. I just stared at him.
I think that's amazing. You just stand up, stare through the window.
I didn't stand up and stare. I was sitting in my chair.
I would stand up at the window and look right out and say, and? See you now.
You know what? If you got the window, you can just stand and smile.
Yeah,
just nod approvingly. He's like, "What? Would you like to come to the?"
Just
never move.
Do one of the
just
smiles.
Nod and smile.
Do one of the smiles from those creepy movies called Smile. Just make it big and scary and ridiculous, and just see how long it takes for that person to budge and get out of there.
Never saw it.
Me neither.
Yeah, I saw a couple stories like this today where teams are trying to limit resale of season tickets. And I saw the Seahawks are doing this, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers are doing this.
I read I didn't know this, but I read the Packers have done this to a point where they will take back your season tickets if you sell 100% of your tickets in any one season.
It's not even that now. They're being sort of more vague about this, where they're saying anyone who excessively resells their tickets, but they don't tell you what that means. They have the right to seize your season tickets and give them to somebody else.
Where are you with that? Do you think that's too far? Do you think that's violating your rights? What do you think?
It's tough because it's one of those things where it's not very sports radio of me, but I see both sides of it. They do this a lot in English soccer too. Like you can't, if you have a ticket, you're a Chelsea fan, you don't put that on the open market.
No.
They'll blacklist you.
You're right, too, about being out in the UK, because when I was out there trying to get a second ticket to the golf tournament, when I was out there for the Open Championship at St. Andrews, they don't have secondhand sites. It's very, very difficult to try to find a ticket for anything if you didn't get it through the first source.
It's one of those things where it's like, well, we're not taking your money. We're going to refund your money.
Yeah.
We're just not going to allow you the opportunity to buy tickets again. It'd be one thing if they were just saying, nope, no soup for you, and they kept your money.
Right.
But they're giving you your money back, and they're saying you didn't meet our, code of conduct's not the right term, but, here it is before the season. They're giving you plenty of warning.
What about Augusta, right? I mean, you like what they've built there in terms of exclusivity to their event, and it's a special thing.
Yeah. I mean, not the exclusivities with the,
no,
blacks and the Jews and the women, stuff like that.
You had to do it. You had to do it. But
I'm sorry, was that not right?
Their ticket sales, it's an exclusive event, and they want to keep it that way because it's their course, it's their tournament. And I kind of see this from the team side.
You're a big Dave Matthews Band fan, right? And they have
Oh, yeah.
Like Dave has a special thing where
One of my friends got screwed
if you're a
with
fan
this.
club member, you get tickets through the fan club.
The warehouse.
The warehouse, I'm sorry. If you resell those tickets,
you're done. You're out of the warehouse.
It's frowned upon.
I think you're out of the warehouse. You're not supposed to do that because, and I appreciate that, you are in a club like that so you can go and enjoy a concert. You are getting a discounted rate to a show because you are a super fan, so don't take that discounted rate and then go and try to sell it for double or triple the cost to somebody. That ain't right. We're supposed to be going to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. And
a lot of these, well, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're saying if you don't want to use your tickets, you have to allow us to buy them back. You can't put them on a StubHub or something like that. You sell them back to us, and then we will distribute them to a fan. I don't know.
So
sell them to a fan on our thing at face value.
Do you think the team is going to give you a tiny bit more if it is a hot game?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's the thing, because the whole idea is I'm going to try to fund some of my season ticket package by picking a couple of games that I can go without. I mean, don't you have friends that have been doing this for years? People that either work at Ohio State or went to school there and buy into the football season ticket package?
Oh, here's what
and people that will sell the Michigan tickets just to fund the rest of the season. People do that.
This is what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers policy is. Season ticket holders can return their tickets back to the team for up to 2 games in exchange for a credit towards 2026 season ticket renewal. So they're not even giving you cash money for the tickets. They're going to give you a store credit, essentially, for next year's season tickets.
See, that's a little tougher. That's a little more difficult. But you really do. You wonder, where we are with Ohio State athletics and how they want this to roll because of the situation we just had with Tennessee and how many fans that they had come here.
They
But
were
that
just
was,
right.
that
They
was
were
different.
just dumb too. It's like, hey, promo code Go Bucks, and that goes on a message board. And
It's also different because it was a college football playoff game, and the ticket allotment would have been totally different anyhow. They were running things. The shoe was just the site. Happened to be a home game.
That's right. All right, back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is heavy and slow on the East Outer Belt northbound between I-670 and 161. Plan for some slowdowns as well on the east side. I-70 eastbound between Livingston Avenue and Bryce Road. And they're still working to clear that accident. I-670 eastbound at Leonard Avenue. Your left lane is blocked. This report sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and get a $39.99 full synthetic oil change, plus a free tire rotation only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Restrictions apply. Offer ends May 31st. See store for details. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today, Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game. That's you taking another sip of your Do the Do.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted and experienced group of orthopedic experts, Orthopedic One. They helped me with my hip pain, and I trust they can help you as well, because Orthopedic One is where you go to get better. Find a physician or location at www.orthopedic1.com.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasoh.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Whether you're a bird enthusiast or simply enjoy the sight and sounds of nature, our Enchanted Gardens Songbird Supreme bird food is a must-have year-round. Get a 20-pound bag of Enchanted Garden Songbird Supreme on sale now through May 18th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
All right, on a scale of, 1 to 10, 1 being any show that I've ever hosted with Tito, 10 being a terrific show, you cannot do any better than that. Teddy, what do you rank today? I mean, we tried out the new segment today. We did Too Hot. We put on track jackets, or my warm-up jacket, Bulls jacket.
Well, when you include me in my new segment, it's got to be probably 8.5.
All right, take your segment out of it. I got 6?
4? 6.5. Yeah.
I don't want to go too high. It's the first week.
Yeah, we need room to grow.
Right?
Yes.
Right? How you doing back there, Teddy?
I'm doing good, Mike.
10 TV's Nicole Sharon just put on her green leather dress as she's getting ready to do the 6 o'clock news, so please tune in for that. And she was also wearing my Chicago Bulls shoot-around jacket as well.
With the green leather dress?
She's not going to wear it on TV. I told her to wear it on TV, but she said she couldn't do that because she's a professional, whatever that means.
Well, I mean, that...
But she's wearing it around the office.
That would look great with a red leather dress. The green and that kind of clash,
First of all, you button it up button it up all the way. You don't really even see the green.
Oh,
it's a short dress.
Okay, and a big coat.
Big coat. On her, it's big.
Long coat.
On
big
me,
coat.
it's nice and form fitting.
That's right.
She's a nice petite gal.
Bigger guy. You've been on that bench. What are you throwing up these days?
Oh, you mean lifting?
Yeah, lifting.
I stopped doing that.
You did?
It was all body weight stuff. It's a total gym. It's like Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Christy Brinkley
and Chuck Norris. That was, I've never used one of those in my entire life.
They're good.
I've always
it's just your own body resistance.
And you know what? I haven't been doing any kind of work at the gym for a long time now.
I thought you said you started doing stuff again.
I briefly would go a day or two with Jack because he's trying to get into it. And if he's going to try to go into the football world, he's going to have to.
Is that what he's bulking up for?
He's got to get into the gym more. And they're going to have their own lifting sessions, which he will be at all of them if he's going to go that route. So
is he allowed to date?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. Some people have restrictions on how old you have to be to date.
No, I wasn't. I didn't mean to say like, yes, like, what are you, an idiot? No, I mean, I would allow that. He has a lady friend.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Yep.
I had no idea.
She's lovely. And
so how long has this been going on?
Maybe like 6 months. He's a little standoffish about it, but
okay,
it's cool. We'll take
them.
If they want to hang out, we'll take them out and they can do some.
But what about the ground rules? There has to be ground rules.
Well,
there's no in the bedroom with the door closed.
No, God, no.
You think there's heavy petting involved?
No. We haven't even made it. We're not that far along with it. We're really.
Well, how do you know they're not that far along with it? You got to be proactive about stuff like this.
I think I know. I got a good read on things. You might not think
what
it.
Every parent says.
But I got a good read on things. I know my son.
And then.
You're an idiot. So
then is that Evan Turner?
Your grandpa. You're daddy. Hey, daddy.
E.T., what are you doing here?
Why does my grandpa look like Tig Notaro?
Goo goo gaga. Anytime you talk about stupid things little sayings and phrases you have in your house, were you saying like you and Samantha just do like a little like meh, like meh, meh, meh? What is that for?
Anything.
Just anything.
It can be where you are in the house. It can be I spilled something. It can be I'm angry. Depends on the context.
So Jack and I are so childish that anytime we have some kind of disagreement or mom gets mad at one of us or both of us or thinks that we're being childish, more specifically, our response to that is usually goo goo gaga. Just like that.
Like that.
Baby time. Gaga goo goo. Back page.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy.
Are you fascinated by Antique Roadshow type of finds, like miraculous finds?
I love watching Antiques Roadshow. I'm 100 years old.
We're on the same page. Let me start you with a history lesson, though. What can you tell me about the Magna Carta, just off the top of your head? Like things you know about the Magna Carta.
Not much.
Yeah, it goes back to King John of England.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Good old King John. Back when he was banging in 1215, this is basically, it means the Great Charter. It's the fundamental document in the history of law and government. It basically says that we as a royal family are not above and we are subject to the law. It's a
bunch of BS.
World famous document.
Then they lock people up in the Tower of London and chop their heads off.
Regardless of that, the document's still historical. And get this. So this goes to Harvard now. Harvard learned that it has an authentic Magna Carta. And this has been in their possession since 1946. How fascinating is that? It paid less than $28 for this document. And one of their professors, David Carpenter, a professor of medieval history at King's College London, he was searching through the digital archives of the Harvard Law Library when he clicked on a document that would become the biggest discovery of his career. It had been labeled as a 1327 copy of the Magna Carta, somewhat rubbed and damp stained. It's been a while.
And damp stained.
According to the archive's description, but he knew almost immediately when he opened the document that it was not as advertised. What do I see before my eyes? For all the world, it seemed to me an original of the 1300 Magna Carta. Oh my God, this isn't known at all. This is roughly a $22 million document. Last one, I think there's like 7 originals sold in 2007 for $21.3 million. Took them till about 2 years ago to discover they had this for 60 years. Magna Carta. King John. Hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you, man. Teddy?
Ted?
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight, Ted? Oh, Ted's all pissed off at me now. He had his headphones off.
I was halfway out the door.
He was halfway.
Come on.
Yeah, God forbid you stay till the end of the show, Ted.
5:54.
I don't know what I'm doing tonight, actually. I have no idea.
You going to get dinner?
And there's, I'll probably put something in the microwave.
I'm growing up some turkey burgers tonight, Teddy. You want to come over for turkey?
I might want to do that.
Oh,
yeah,
delicious.
That sounds much better.
I'm going to put some fresh guac on there, too.
Oh, I don't like the guac.
Lime and
You don't
sea
like
salt?
the guac?
No, I don't like it.
What's the matter with you?
I just don't
Have some
like it.
guac. It's delicious.
No, it's no good.
It's good for your hair. You rub it on your pubes, they get all soft.
Flyers for Timmy.
All right, see you tomorrow. Flyers tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
All right, see you tomorrow. It's Dress Like a Bum Friday.
Yo, I'll be there.
Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got slowdown still on the East Outer Belt northbound between I-670 and 161. There's some construction on the west side, I-70 westbound between Hilliard-Rome Road and State Route 142, with the two left lanes blocked. You're on the brakes from I-270. This report sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law, 866-323-7529, 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on, CordellandCordell.com. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
This summer, something wild is coming to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens soon. Get closer than ever to Mexican wolves, river otters, and more in stunning new habitats. Experience wildlife and conservation in action. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and like most actors, I have a list of things that I like to have on set. It's called a rider. It's just little things like wind chimes being blown by an easterly breeze, a 7-year-old calico cat to purr on my lap, and of course 2 freshly cracked eggs scrambled with crispy hash brown sausage crumble and creamy chipotle sauce from Tim Hortons. It smells amazing. Now where did I put that hand-carved wooden spoon? From my rider to Tim's menu, try my new scrambled eggs loaded breakfast box.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at the Honda dealership here in Central Ohio, Germain Honda of Dublin. You know the brand, you know the reliability and the styling. Now get to know the deals. Grab a new 25 Honda HR-V, a 25 Accord SE, or even a 25 CR-V LX all-wheel drive for 0% up to 36 months. Talk to my man Rich. Get the right vehicle, the right deal at the right dealer. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, Private Selection Angus 90% lean ground sirloin is on sale. 1-pound packages are only $5.77 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If your garage door is so rusty that every time you open it you think, I should probably get a tetanus shot, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
At QC Kinetics, we're all about keeping you in the game, helping you get lasting relief from joint pain. That's why we're excited to announce that QC Kinetics is now partnering with the National Pickleball League. So many of our satisfied patients are avid pickleball players, and they're thrilled with how we've helped them get back on the court. As lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League, we're committed to help pickleball fans of all ages with the latest, most advanced regenerative cell treatments. These treatments use your body's own healing power, revitalizing and restoring damaged joint tissue the natural way, with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Whether you're a pickleball fanatic or enjoy golf or running or tennis, stay in the game with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, proud to promote active, pain-free living as a lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople.
of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model. It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell air conditioners instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, you know what I love the most about you?
That I pay you to do these commercials?
That and the way you treat your customers.
All right, listen. I will hook you up in our warm, inviting environment. You will be greeted by our top sales professionals that are non-commissioned, but will help guide you through the entire process.
You're my guy, Bob. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com. Tell them Bob Capace sent you.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.